gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. All right, I'm joined by the 20-time champion, the 2-time world champion, a staple to the Call of Duty scene, Mr. Patty P, a.k.a. So we're joined by another world champion, another multi-champion, Christopher Duarte. Welcome, guys. How you guys doing? You guys doing all right? I'm
doing great.
I'm fucking cracked today, man. I don't know what it is, dude.
I do gotta say, I am a little mad though.
Why? Why you mad? What happened?
Because I realized something. You look so fresh.
Oh, come on, Pat. Is the jacket? Is it the jacket?
No, listen. You look so fresh.
Man.
That the Flank had to cut me and Chris out of the tweet.
What tweet?
We're not even in the pick anymore. It's just you.
Why? What do you mean?
Go to the Flank Twitter.
You gotta be kidding me, Pat. No, you wanna know what it is, Pat? You wanna know what it is, Pat? They wanted to take pictures while I was here in Toronto to use for this weekend. So you guys are not in Toronto. You know what I'm saying, Pat? Maybe we could Photoshop you guys in for Saturday and Sunday.
Like you should Photoshop me and Chris on the couch.
Yeah, bro. You know what? Hey, matter of fact, guys, spam Lurch in the chat right now. All right, Gersh, you need to know this stuff, Gersh.
All right. That's actually Jaden, bro. That's actually Jaden.
Oh yeah, it's Jaden. Yeah, it's
Jaden's
done.
You paid Jaden the big bucks.
Yeah, right. Listen, we're gonna have to do something about this. But Pat, I apologize. We're gonna get that nice and fixed up for you. You know what I'm saying?
No worries.
How you guys doing, man? Other than that, you guys enjoyed today? Enjoy COD today? COD was fucking lit today.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a couple snoozers, but for the most part, it was pretty fun to watch.
Few snoozers, for sure.
I think everything I expected to happen happened besides one, and it was the first match.
Yeah, the first match was interesting. Let's get right into it. Let's switch it over. We got the New York Subliners going up against the London Royal Ravens, Berlin Hardpoint, Boat Cage S&D, Gavitu Control, Tuscan Hardpoint, Berlin S&D. Gentlemen, I'll let you guys kick it off. What do you guys think about the vetoes?
I don't really mind them.
Yeah, they could be nothing. I mean, you could say nothing.
I think it's really hard to veto against London right now because they've been just absolute piss.
Exactly.
Lately.
Yeah.
That is very true. But, I mean, at the same time, I was very surprised with them on land. They looked a lot better. I thought New York was going to come out and blow London out of the water, if you want my honest opinion.
I did too.
I didn't think this was going to be close. One thing I will say is some individuals had a few rough maps here and there today for the New York Subliners, and I think both of you could probably point out who it was. Porter had a few stinkies. Kismet had a little stinky. It just seemed like individually New York wasn't playing like they usually do.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, it kind of makes me sad, man. This might be one of the first champs that Porter's never ever been to, right? He might not be going to champs this year. Not might. I don't think he's going to champs.
Yeah, I think it's like borderline impossible.
Yeah, it's close, which is like it kind of sucks.
Honestly, it might be mathematical. Depending on how this event plays out, it's probably chalk.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, go ahead.
Well, I was really quickly gonna say, like, and we obviously saw Clay tweet, "You gotta think," right after they got eliminated. But then Doug Censor Martin, had his way.
Yeah, he did. He had his way.
Yo, Doug's still on a streak, by the way, frying.
I don't know if you guys did you guys watch?
He's the winners for tomorrow.
Bro, and then he beat Team War as well. He beat Team War, he beat Clay.
He texted me, Tom, and said, "I won the 5-5 round 11."
Yep. Ghosty's one of Doug's teammates. Yeah, Ghosty's one of Doug's teammates, and he was popping off like in both their matches so far. I think he dropped like 17 on like last Mavericks War.
But what's the story with Doug? Doug said that he beat the team that dropped him. Who dropped him? The team that Clay's on?
Yeah. So Clay's team.
Give us the rundown, Chris.
Clay's team was it was like him, Ghosty, Fellow, and Clay. Or not Clay. Sorry. Who was it? Was it Johnny? I think it was Johnny. And then Fellow basically took Johnny with him. And I think he took like Ghosty with him or something like that to play with Clay. And then Ghosty got dropped for Spart. And so they all just they dropped both of them like at two different points in time. And yeah, they end up getting fucking smoke bomb.
That makes sense. Well, hey, listen, man, good for Doug, right? The Doug is doing his thing.
Oh, absolutely.
He's in challenges, trying to make a name for himself. A lot of people are always hating on Doug. You know, Doug this, Doug that. You know, a lot of people like to get on him for a lot of shit. So Doug, you know, he's coming out. He's trying to prove himself again, and you know, I'm happy for him. So as long as he can keep it going now, he's got a long weekend ahead of him. He's got more matches to go. So I wish Doug the best of luck. Listen, let's get back into this map a little bit. London, they were shitting on these motherfuckers. I'm gonna be honest. They were shitting on them. It wasn't even close. I do want to go into the listening. I want to show London some love. Let's see how the boys were calming, and let's tune in.
Nice, boys, keep it up.
You want me to go right? Let's do back alley.
Yes, go. Who's that back in your time?
Yeah, go.
Push out front.
Let's do back alley. Take it really weak, pack up.
They push you, have you pushed?
Take it really weak. Street, pull.
P5 gives us get time.
Get that shot.
I'm on a five, set up.
P5 tank dead.
Nice, good shit.
One team right.
Weak.
Right, slow down the comp.
In back as well, they're both on that right.
Yeah, listen, where are you? Listen, one time is fine.
We gotta ramp this
I'm
up.
on the right. Give me a sec. Yo, can you give me a second? I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna pinch deep street. Give me a
I
sec.
need some.
Yeah, they left.
Out of Hydra.
Left side weak.
Listen, yeah, remember Crim was third, okay?
Charles, the New York subliners may have won
Okay,
the pro
listen, bro. These London guys were fucking wasted, dude. Holy shit! Did you hear the way these guys were coming?
What
Yeah,
I
they were
don't
fighting
get,
for their life.
what I don't get is where the fuck was this at?
I don't know. I mean, bro, Afro played fantastic today. I even felt bad for him in the last series because I felt like he was trying to do everything he can. But maybe it's just like the land. You think the land atmosphere is just like getting him, you know, the dopamine dash he said when he was on stage that the crowd is free dopamine. Maybe it's
Yeah,
just like the
100%.
energy, right? Just the energy
It's
a little
possible.
bit.
Yeah, there's a lot that comes into whether a team performs online or on land over like online. It could be either or it could just be New York having a bad day because they looked like even abysmal and they're like just looked abysmal in
I think
comparison
them
to
choking
their online
yesterday,
presence.
Well, Porter 15 and 26, Kismet 17 and 25. That's not going to help. Everybody from New York was negative. No, let's not just point Krim and Kismet out. I mean, the whole team was negative. Even Paco was negative. The whole team was just struggling. And then on the other side, I mean, the London guys were all positive. That just outslaying NYSL. Just outslaying them. They couldn't really do anything about it. But then the map 2, we get into the map 2, and it was a bouquet destiny. This one was back and forth. This one went all the way down to around 11. And I felt like New York might have trolled this a little bit. They had the numbers for the last round. They had it, but they just let it go. And I kind of want to break it down and kind of see what went wrong for them in this round 11 because I felt like it was a round that they should have won.
This team might be the worst team at playing their numbers that I've ever seen, like ever. It's actually ridiculous.
I don't know. LA Thieves had that trophy for me.
Yeah, they're up there.
LA Thieves, man.
Yeah, New York is up there, dude. I'm telling you.
Well, let's take a look, man. It's a good 1v1 from Afro in the 4-5 round. He was popping off all day, man. This guy was doing good. Look at the stat right there. Round 11's New York is 8-4 and London is 3-8. So, you know, definitely not favoring London going into this round 11, but it was just the heads-up plays that they were making. So you could see that it's going to start off with New York getting the first blood, and then they get this bomb down. Chris and Pat, I'll let you guys break it down. If you're New York, do you like this setup? Because I fucking hate it in a way. I kind of hate it.
I didn't mind it, but the guy that like went for the bomb guy was just hesitant to push him when he could have easily just hugged the wall and went for the kill, but he didn't do it. And then he got away and missed the shots, and Afro was able to pop, you know, kill that he shouldn't have, and then yeah, round basically over from then on. Because A is just one of those sites, just like we talk about how it's like it's pretty easy to watch from a lot of places. So getting it down is like almost like a free round.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying. You could see New York was just trying to stay together and trying to break this. You know, Afro just gets out of there, and that was a huge play. I think Afro getting out with his life and getting that one-on-one versus Kismet won him the round. I don't know how the hell he got out of there, because if he doesn't get out of there and he dies and it's a 4v2, this is shocked.
Honestly, I want to say that won him the round, but the kill that Paco got smoked by Harry, like really bad right there on the staircase. I think if Paco wins that one, they probably have a good chance. I think that was probably the most important kill of like the entire like scenario.
Yeah, that was a big kill.
He got smoked,
that was a
dude.
big kill, dude. Really big win from Harry too. Really big plays coming out of him.
Something I want to talk about was we talk about teams getting first bloods and being able to capitalize them and how that's so important.
Yeah.
They managed to get 8 first bloods in this search, and they only won 4 of those rounds.
Yeah.
Like, to me,
That's not
you gotta
good,
have
man.
a lot better than a 50%.
Bro, they had
of
first blood
bloods.
and the bomb wasn't even planted. They still
But yeah,
had
I'm
to
not
plant the
talking about
bomb.
this specific round, just in general. Like that's, I don't know.
Yeah, but I agree.
You're not winning with 50% of your.
Another unfortunate thing was Paul didn't play bad, but like he was getting in a lot of 1v1s. I'm still remembering the 1v1 against Sib yesterday. He had a few 1v1s today versus Trey and Afro that like I feel like he could have played better. I mean, it's 1v1, so it's kind of hard, but like he was just having a rough time, lost a lot of 1v1s that ended up like them obviously losing rounds, which is very unfortunate. But Paul had a rough one in the clutching scenario, yes.
Yeah, but we could take a look at the scoreboard. I mean, Porter was doing his thing. He definitely stepped up from the first map. On the other side, it was just a big place from Afro and Trey. Harry had a little bit of a rough game, but he had a big one-on-one kill on Chris in that round 11. basically won him the fucking map. So good plays out of him, and I was just loving the plays that Afro was making all day long. Then we get into the Gavitu control, and this is kind of where New York just came out to play, man. They come out for hot in the defense. They win their defense with ease. I mean, it's Gav control. We know how difficult it is to win offenses, but it's just them closing out this offense that kind of solidified the map. You can kind of see how number 2, it's going to be Hydra working for that ring control. New York does that really well, man. They always rotate left, and they always get ring and just kind of play some of these kills. So just really big plays out of them. Starts with Paco trying to make a moves. They kind of forced London all the way back, and I could kind of show you guys how New York was able to get in. But is it me, or have we not seen a lot of Gavitu controls this weekend? Or am I tripping?
It's just this Berlin phase, man.
Yeah, we're in a Berlin phase. We're in a super. I don't know what's going on with these Berlin.
It's because Gavutu is like the most one-side control. Like, it's more one side than Tuscan. It's probably more one side than Berlin, at least. That's especially because Berlin's a little bit more new. So that's probably why people are favoring it. I think like traditionally, you just see this map off our defense like wins it every single time. It's very rare that a team wins offense on it.
Yeah, and every time a team wins offense, it's usually the same thing. You get ring control, and then you wait till somebody looks over you. Once somebody looks over you, you push up, you killed it, you get the kills, you win your fights, and that's it. You stack the point, hold ring, and you're good. The only thing you got to watch out for is those long routes and those pinches that are coming in. As long as you're keeping track of players, you should be able to get this one. And we could see how New York was able to do it. It starts with Hydra and Kismet. They're going to work through front, work through mid. And then Hydra's going to get pushed up a little bit. They just do a really good job of stopping clock and draining lives. I also noticed that a lot of teams are starting to do that now. Do you see teams juggling points? One good example was Havoc, and I'll show you guys in a series. You know how the 8 point is super easy to get?
Yeah.
When it got to the last tick of the 8 point, he kept getting on and off of it to stop the clock, but not let the point go up. That way they have more time left on the clock to get more kills and drain the lives down. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah,
to me.
I could see that.
But yeah, no, it was a really good play. You think teams are gonna start doing that more? I feel like when I saw Havoc doing it, I was surprised that we don't see a lot of more people doing that. And Pat, I know you talked about it on the Berlin yesterday. You said you could see players maybe seeing offenses the more favorable side on that map.
Yep.
So I
just chalking and playing lives preferably to get offense and not ticks.
Yep. And then in this one, London, they just weren't able to get anything going. They got smoked in this map. NY South outplayed them. Once they won the offense, they pretty much just kind of trapped them into their base on the defense, and that one was all she wrote. We'll take a look at the final scoreboard. Hydra went 23-11. So really good plays out of him. Paul X 20-13. On the other side, everybody from London just getting smoked, man. Everybody getting smoked. Nobody could get anything going. But let's get into the last one, man. We get into the Tuscan Heart Point, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is where Afro, I can't talk about this guy enough today. This is where he just turned up. I felt like I think he's the best player on London without a doubt.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. You think it's like a consistency thing with him? You think he just has ups and downs?
I think it's just his team, dude. I think this game is just it's very like team oriented, and the fact that like if your teammates are struggling, it's hard to just like do anything on this map because you just get left like hung and dry for the most part. And he's one of those players that like he's the entry guy, so if his teammates aren't creating some space for him, he's just gonna suffer. So I think that's like why you see him like kind of underperform sometimes.
I mean, Pat, London got eliminated now. Where do you see these guys moving? Where do you see the future with these guys?
You mean New York?
Or New York, excuse me, right?
Yeah.
New York.
They got eliminated.
What do you see? What do you think? I feel like at this point, the only thing they can do is look forward to Major 5. That's the last thing they're gonna have.
Right, and between you and I, Tom,
or 4, Major 4 or 5, whatever major. It's a New York major.
Between you and I, Tom, I'm just gonna be blunt. New York has failed Paco.
Nah, bad.
They're done.
They failed them? You think they
done
failed
for the
Paco?
year. Listen, Tom. We talked about this. They can't blow it up. There's no point. They achieved nothing anymore.
There's no point.
Like, this was their kind of last hurrah. And to be honest with you, like this, in my opinion, was like the best we've ever seen Paco. Like I honestly feel that they really fucked up in the beginning of this year, right? Like dropping Nep to bring in Royalty, who wasn't going to fix their problems, to then bringing Nep back, which we all knew wasn't going to do a damn thing.
Yeah.
To then dropping Clay and keeping Nep, which again wasn't gonna do a damn thing.
Right.
So then finally making another change and dropping Nep. Like they beat around the bush way too long and they chalked their season. This team could have been a lot better. Could have had way more points. They just waited way too long and made too many dumb decisions.
They tried way too hard to keep both of their high contract players like Crim and Clay.
These guys knew, even disregarding Crim and Clay, these guys knew Nep was not going to work on this team day one. Or not day one, I shouldn't say that, but immediately when they dropped him for royalty.
Yeah.
Like the
Which
fact
that was a waste of time too.
Yeah,
No offense to Royalty at all. Listen, I think Royalty's a good player. I just don't think Royalty was just gonna come in and magically just turn this team around.
Neither would have Paul, neither would have Kiz with just a change of just one person.
I agree.
It was literally this is unfair to Royalty. I'm
agree.
friends with them, so maybe I'm a little biased.
No,
but
I agree with you, Chris.
They need to make 2 changes because
I called this, Chris.
They need to make 2 changes.
They put him in the worst spot ever. They put him in the worst spot ever.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him.
Both Nep and Royalty were vastly underperforming when they were both on the team, and when Clay was on the team with Crim. And then once they got rid of Clay, Neptune started to play better. So like that's why I'm like, he wasn't the best and he definitely didn't fit on the team, but he started to play individually better. I remember there was a little streak of HPs where they started to kind of play better. And
you talk about Neptune?
Neptune, yeah.
Right.
He did play. He started putting up better statistics, started playing a little bit better, but he wasn't, he still didn't fit the team.
Yeah.
So like that's why I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt that, I mean, it was more so that they just need to make 2 changes rather than it was like a Royalty issue. I think they both just need to go.
Yeah, I feel like Neptune, like his stock. Let's be honest, his stock has gone down a little bit. Maybe a little bit. And I feel like for me, it just wasn't the right environment for him with New York. I actually think Neptune is not that bad of a player. I know he's been struggling. I know he hasn't really shown, but we remember what he was doing in Cold War.
Yeah, he was good.
And he was very good. He was a very good player. And even the way he challenges gunfights and moves around the map, like he's a talented player. I just think the most important thing when you're a professional player is you have to be able to work with other people. If you can't work with other people, it's going to go downhill. And if you can't work with them, you're just not going to work for the team. And it just took too long, like Pat said, for them to come to that conclusion. It took too long. I don't know why.
It also took too long for them to figure out Clay and Crim didn't work. Here's the thing. Clay and Crim, they can work in any other game. That's not
this
4v4, tack sprint, slide cancel, like this fast. It's not going to work ever.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew that. I think they knew it, and they were in denial. Like, that's genuinely what I feel. They signed 2 of the winningest Call of Duty players ever, and they're like, okay, it'll work. But it's like, dude, they were in denial for so long trying to make it work that they chalked their whole year.
Yeah.
And now Paco, who is an absolute problem on the map, is not going to make it.
So do you think they build around Paco moving forward? I mean, obviously this year might be kind of chalked up, but
should have done that. Should have done that to begin with. Guys, gross.
I think they keep Paul too.
Yeah, I don't think Paul's. I mean, I feel like this team might. You don't see this team sticking together at all?
I think they'll stick together for a while, unless there's like some like major moves that can be made where they feel like they want to play with like certain other players.
Yeah.
Because maybe New York is a desirable location, like for a player. But besides that, I don't know if they change at all.
The thing is, there's so many teams in shambles. I don't see this team sticking through the roster mania of the off season.
Yeah, there might be players that get picked apart. There's too many
good players who are going to be available. Yeah, vice versa. So, I don't see this team being a team, especially after a failure of a year.
Also, one thing I just want to touch on for Neptune, because some people are just so ignorant. Neptune's first year was Cold War. It was the actual first year, and he wasn't like a S&D grinder or a S&D grinder like, let's say, players like Illy, let's say people like Pharaoh, Blast, like all those guys. He had basically like very little to like no COD experience in comparison to a lot of players. If anything, if you want to say he's chalked, it was more so because of the way he handled him being dropped, not so much by his play style. Because we all know Vanguard is just not the game for some people. And even now, though, you can't even say that. Guys in challengers, and he was placing top 2 in multiple tournaments. And I think he's actually still in winners bracket for the current challengers tournament that's going on in Toronto.
Right now, right?
So you can't say the guy's bad. He just got dealt a bad hand and he handled it poorly. Everyone makes mistakes, but I wouldn't be so quick to just write this guy off because he wasn't bad.
He's also young too. He's a young player, probably a little emotional, right? I mean, we were all pretty emotional at that age. I was definitely emotional. I still am at times. So it's like, I think as he gets older, he'll realize how to handle situations a little bit better.
Yeah, and if you're gonna be emotional, like you gotta be a legit problem on the map.
Yeah,
right?
you do gotta be a problem.
You gotta be a problem. That's if you're gonna be emotional, make sure you're a problem. You can't be emotional and be a question mark. So
I agree.
Either way, he'll be fine. His career's still young, talented.
Yeah, one thing we do got to talk about too, Pat, is like, because a lot of people are like, build around Paco, this and that. It's like, we're not even thinking about it. Paco might be off his 1+1, his contract.
Oh, I'm out of there.
If Paco's contract is up, see, that's the thing. Did Paco bet on himself and not sign a new contract? Or did New York give him a little bit of a raise and he re-upped to another 1+1? Because if he did that, then he can't go anywhere. But if he didn't re-up, and he betted on himself that he was just going to finish out his 1+1, he'd be a free agent at the end of this year, and he'd have the power to go wherever he wants to go and to talk to any team he wants to talk to.
Yo, I might have to be an agent. No bullshit.
You might have, Pat. You might have to,
Yo,
bro.
I could be a problem.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you might.
Bro, I wonder.
You'd get him to Supermax, huh, Pat?
I wonder how comfortable.
I'd get him the exact team he wanted in a penthouse in whatever city he wanted to play for. Like, oh, his contract would be juicy. That's all I gotta say.
What if he's just like really comfortable in New York and he just sticks
could
with them and
be.
tries to get built? Because like you gotta think like him
He could
coming
be.
from like a foreign country and not knowing English and stuff like that. He's probably got connections over there that he probably values a lot because they helped him, develop
Bro,
as a player
for
and
all
all
we
that stuff.
know, they're gonna drop everybody and pick up a bunch of French guys we don't even know. There's a bunch of kids.
Imagine.
I mean,
Listen, bro.
Paco plays with a bunch of guys from France. And when I teamed with him, he was always getting up at like 7, 8 a.m. to play with his friends from back home. And you might know some good players over there. Who the fuck knows?
And bottom line, like, loyalty can take you so far, but bro, this is a business where your time as a pro player isn't guaranteed. He's young in his career. I mean, I think it's time for him to take risk and jump on and seize the opportunity, bro. He's insanely talented. I'm not staying on New York just because I like the guys. If there's a better opportunity out there, I'm taking it right away.
Yeah.
You have
for
to.
sure.
I think there was a video of Scump saying that. I don't know where I saw this video. I have no idea. I can't remember. But Seth said that sometimes, you have to put your friendships aside. Like, if there's an opportunity that's better for you, you have to take that opportunity. I mean, in order to take the next step, you can't let friendships and stuff hold you back from taking that next step,
Yeah. And also, like, Seth saying that, too. But, like, if people try to use him as an example, like, oh, look what happened to Seth. He was loyal to Optic. Like, no, bro. Absolute anomaly situation.
Yeah.
Other players need to look out for themselves, period.
But listen, let's get into the next one, man. Speaking of Seth and the boys, we got Optic Texas going up against the Los Angeles Gorillas in losers bracket. Again, every match today was an elimination match. So if you lost, you're out. Boat Cage, hard point, Berlin S&D, Berlin Control, Tuscan hard point, Boat Cage, S&D. Guys, this series was clinical from Optic. Clinical. They were clinical all day, matter of fact. What do you guys think about the Vitos?
They got Kentucky fried, bro. I mean, Levitos, it was an ego chow on Bokage, which they paid the price for. Berlin, another kind of ego chow that, like, both those maps, they've looked really good on. So the first two maps were just kind of like, I mean, granted, they haven't, LAG haven't looked good on any map, but
Listen,
those
bro,
two
they're
maps were
terrible.
very strong maps.
Talk to me,
for,
Pat. What's going on with
let's call
LAG?
it how
What's
it
going
is.
on with these guys, Pat?
Bro, listen, these guys were
What's
terrible
happening
before
with
their
them?
Major 2 win. They're terrible after. They are blessed due to how many points they have currently, but this team sucks. Let's just be honest. Like, I don't know how Litigo did it. Honestly, you're the GOAT for that Major 2 win. No clue how you pulled it off. I don't know. Listen, bro, I don't know what you did, but that was an absolute miracle. This team is horrible. There's nothing to do about it. Obviously, we're not going to have Asim on tonight, but hopefully we get him on in a future show because I got some choice words for him. He was
Damn,
talking.
you got choice words for him?
Bro, listen, he came on. He was super confident.
He was very
I don't-
confident,
I
but
don't
I
know
mean,
who
you
they're
can't fault
scrimming,
him for
Tom.
being confident.
Oh,
You can't
no,
It's
fault
not like he's
absolutely
going to show
not.
up and say, I'm going to get
But,
smoked.
Yeah,
listen,
you can't fault him for
I
that.
don't know who they're scrimming to get confidence on because clearly it's just not there.
I think my big
Team-
just standouts are just like, bro, Pierce, ever since he came back,
He's been struggling a little bit.
he's been struggling.
Yeah.
I don't know
They've
if
all-
his surgery affected him to the point where he's just not going to play well for a
Whoa!
while. Wait, did he have surgery?
Even if it,
Whoa!
I don't remember. Wait, what? What?
Whoa! Cut,
Are you okay?
cut it
audio
off!
issues.
Sound music
going on?
resumed.
I'm just having some audio issues, I think.
Oh, no, he's
That
having
was
audio
fucking
issues.
up.
Okay, I thought I leaked something. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he said he had surgery.
Are you deaf, motherfucker? I just said he had audio
No,
issues
I know.
7
I'm
times.
saying I thought I did something. I was like, whoa, what? Did I say something?
No, his whole computer's fucked because Stream can't even hear us, can they? Hello? Oh, no.
No, they can hear us.
They can. Yo, hey, Stream, while we got a minute, let
Hello?
me talk.
I'm back. That was a
Oh.
little weird.
Oh,
Bro, my
never
headset
mind.
just exploded with white noise. I don't know what the hell that was, but I restarted
I'll tell you what
and it
noise
worked.
was. I'll tell you what the noise was.
Okay, go ahead, Pat.
That noise was LAG's future, and their future is blowing the fuck up, Tom. And that's what happened to your headset. It blew the fuck up.
Dude, listen, man, I don't know where to start. I think the one thing for me is I just think they're so inconsistent, man. Just like every day, you never know what you're gonna get from them. And
What?
recently, they've been
Inconsistent?
They're horrible.
They had the whole stage just like Boston getting fried.
Well, in the beginning of the year, they were super inconsistent. They had good series, bad series, good series, bad series. Then they won the major, and then they've just been shit ever
they're
since.
just bad, bro.
Now
Like-
they're just consistently bad, is what I meant, right? So I just don't know what the future is for these guys. I don't know what they're gonna do with this team. They're eliminated now. They're still in the champs contention, right? Where are they in the standings?
125 points. They're chilling. Like,
Okay.
I mean, they could potentially lose it, but it's like, who knows, right? It depends on so many other factors. Like right now, the only two teams out is New York and Paris, basically. So.
You gotta think with them having a cushion, they might try to make some moves. Cause Lord,
For
there.
who?
What would you do? What
Listen,
would
bro,
you guys do?
What would I do? I
Yeah.
don't know, bro. But like, I don't even know if it's even possible because Pat's already said this shit. No one's making a trade. No one's doing this. No one's doing that. But at the same time, damn, bro. Like, yo, I got a cushion. I'm making moves. I'm hitting up Don. I'm hitting up anybody that is not in a champs
Listen,
contention.
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
yo, I got a
Donnie's
team
gonna
for
help
you.
these guys. I
No,
don't
I
think
know,
Don.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm hitting up anybody that is not
Listen.
champs contention or challenger. I'm like, hey, yo, you want to come play?
Scrappy, man. Hey, Scrappy, please, bro.
No. Listen, this is what they got to do. All right. You know, Tom. You know, I hate giving out free intel on the show. You
I know, Pat. I
hate it.
know. I know.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I know, Pat.
When
I
you're
know.
good at something, never do it for free, chat. Never. But
True.
listen, as we all know, LAG is Cronky Sports and Entertainment. Okay,
Okay.
we know they got money.
Yep.
I mean, like, I know they got money.
Uh-huh.
They gotta drop ASIM,
Okay.
drop Gunless.
Okay.
They go to Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
They go to New York.
Yeah.
They get Scrappy and Hydra. They pay the buyouts. I
Oh,
don't care
shit.
what they
What?
are. The team will be Hydra, Hook, Slasher, and Scrappy. And they try their absolute best to turn this season around. Listen, and the reason I'm keeping Slasher, I know he's been asked, is because Slasher on a good team will have a lot more confidence and play a lot better.
Okay, say it again.
Hold on.
Go ahead,
Let
Pat.
me finish.
Go ahead, Pat.
I love ASIM. He was my X Factor, best player on this team in the beginning. But at this current moment, I can't trust him with his inconsistency. Same with Pierce. And you know, come champs time, inconsistency's gotta go.
But you think Slasher and Hook have been consistent?
No, not at all. But I think those two players on a good team, knowing they have other, two guys who are gonna fry, will elevate their play. And I think that team is capable of making a run.
So Slasher, Scrappy, Hook, and who? Hydra?
I'd much rather take
That's-
ASIM over Hook with the
Pat,
combination of Hydra.
I don't think that's realistic, Pat.
But it's not realistic.
Listen, guys.
No, that's
guys,
not realistic
not
at all.
realistic.
Guys, you heard what I said. I know they have money. They just won the Super Bowl. They got some. They got some money. They just got to make it happen if they want to salvage their year. Period.
We'll see.
Period.
But,
Hey, it's either that or roll over, Tom.
I mean, listen, Pat, money talks, but contracts talk a little bit louder. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Hydra's not gonna be some walk in the park to get. New York,
Listen. We
hold
talked
on.
about this.
New York's got money too. These motherfuckers just sold the Mets for billions.
Tom, we talked about this though. Hydra's got to look out for his career.
Right, but if he's on a contract, Pat.
If I'm LAG, I'm paying the buyout
Or
and
loans.
I'm offering him a max deal next year. A max deal.
Maybe there's a loan somewhere that happens. Either way.
No team's doing loans.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
offering Hydra a max deal, and I'm building around Hydra for the future. Period.
Okay, I don't know if they're willing to invest
hate
that much
giving out
money in
free
COD
intel.
though, Pat. But either way, I do like the direction that you're taking this because both those players are talented, and I could see them making an impact on any team if they were on a struggling team. But in general, these guys need to do something and fast. They got to make a move. I don't give a fuck what it is. Like they just got to try something. They tried Spark. They won a tournament. They kept going. Didn't work. Brought back Pierce. Tried that. Not working. Do fucking something.
Yeah.
Period.
Well,
like
listen,
they're in the same boat as New York. We were roasting them because they were underperforming and they weren't doing shit. Y'all need to do something because this shit is unacceptable. You guys are literally about to chalk your entire fucking champs run because you guys suck.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chris. I think they're going to have to try and figure something out. Whatever they want to do with the team, that's something they're going to have to figure out within their own camp and see who's possible, who's not possible, see how much money they're willing to spend. They're also going to need to get just like the list of contracts to see what kind of contracts people are on, which I'm pretty sure is public information, by the way. For instance, if New York wanted to see everybody's contract from the whole league, I think they can. Is that true? Public? Is that true or not? I don't know if that's true. I'm pretty sure it is, though. I'm pretty sure that's true. I'm pretty sure.
But even if it's not, I'm sure they know, right? Players talk, people talk,
they talk a little bit. They talk a little bit.
Honestly, chat just says, "Yo, use the Volk, bro."
Somebody's saying not true, but I just remember that when I was with New York, bro, they knew everything. They knew everything for sure. So, you know, it's very hard to actually know if that's true or not. I don't know, chat. It could be a false statement, but I know when I was there and teams were looking to make changes, it could just be what Pat said. Players like to talk, man. They just can't keep their mouth shut. Let's go into the Optic listening in the boat cage. They actually were doing a great job. Shots he was playing phenomenal. I already showed the streak that he went on. He went on a crazy streak in the beginning of this one. LAG started bringing it back here during the listening. They chained a couple hills together. They made it close, but Optic was able to close down the last P2. Let's see how Optic were sounding.
Don't shot.
Ei, não captou da quadra. Abre lá.
He's small.
Small, not peeking.
Hey, he's still stun back there. Make sure we watch to the right.
Let me in.
One more. I have you guys help do. I don't see that.
You should go. Try to go.
I'll draw. Yeah, dudes. Can they spawn in the back?
You got him, Tom?
One guy's in the back. One guy's in the back.
Zoom out.
I think they're spawn back.
One stop house.
We're just spawning you. We're literally gonna spawn you.
We're respawning.
I'm gonna glide right away.
I'm holding on. I have control.
What a time this is. On top. Last guy. Go. Last two inside out.
I'm holding on. Yeah, I'm trying to watch the water. I need to tap. I'm blind. One minute.
What about Slaughter?
I want to.
I was gonna do it for the listening. Good, they sounded good. I feel like Optic always sounds good. They're good with their comms. This is kind of where LAG was able to start bringing it back. It started with this P5. They ended up getting some time going back into the P1 as well. So LAG, they were just able to pin Optic into these back spawns here, like that back tree spawn, back house spawns, and Optic just kind of got put into a blender for a little bit. And it's crazy how fast a map can flip on its head. I thought Optic was gonna roll away with this one, but I like the play from Optic going into the last P2. They don't get on the point at all. What did you guys think about this play? With 30 or 20 seconds left, I mean, they weren't getting time. They were letting it sit white. And you can already see it starts right here with 29 seconds left. They're just gonna let it play out. They have about a 40-point lead, about a 40-point lead. What do you guys think about the play? I love this play. I think more teams. I think more teams should do this personally, especially on boat cage. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you have like a pretty good lead, like if you have a little cushion, I feel like the best thing you can do once the time limit hits like 30, 40 seconds, let the hill white a little bit, you know, keep it white.
Keep slaying, bro. Keep pushed out.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to state one thing, Tom, about this.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
And chat, you're not gonna like it, but let's think about what happened right before this match, Tom.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. So right before this match, Prim got eliminated from the tournament, right? Correct?
Man, yeah, you're not wrong, Pat. You're not
Yesterday, Optic got smoked, put to the loser bracket by New York. They come in today.
Okay.
Krim gets eliminated.
Right.
Shotzi turns up. I ain't saying it's is a complete coincidence, but you gotta think. Right? Guy just absolutely turned up as soon as Krim was out the event. You just gotta think.
Chris, you want this to me? You want me to take it?
Please.
Pat, shut the fuck up, Pat.
You gotta think.
What are you talking about, Pat? What are you talking about? Pat, you're acting like that Shotzi can't play against Krim. That is the most ridiculous thing ever.
Hey, I'm going off what I saw, Tom. I saw Shotzi versus Krim 6. It was Botsy 0.6.
Botsy.
And next series like 2.0. So hey, I think that was a little mental, right? And as soon as he saw Krim walking out the venue like begging Hydra to slow down, Shotzi got all the confidence in the world. So
Listen, man, the way Shotzi was moving, I don't think he's gonna have a problem versus Porter. Okay, that's my honest opinion. Pat might disagree. Chris, what do you think about that take? As we get into the SD.
That take was fried. What?
Fried ass take.
This guy just said, "Yo, man, he saw this guy get out the. He saw this guy leave the venue, so he was like, I got a chance now. I'm about to turn up. Like what?
He saw him walk out.
He knew who he would play if he won this series.
The one thing I will say about Shotzi turn up is, bro, everyone was grilling Prolu yesterday, bro, about how bad he did, 77 damage, bro. That same map. Shotzi had like 2 kills, was like 2 and 9 or something, or whatever the fuck the fucking.
You know where the fingers are gonna go when they lose.
Shotzi did not play good yesterday.
You know how it is.
Bro, Shotzi did not play good yesterday, and that was a byproduct to why the fuck they lost. On top of that, what happened when Shotzi played bad versus New York online in that match? Prolu also got fried. Prolu is a gap filler, and he's not a superstar. Yep. Neither is Illy. They both play a role where if their team is getting smoked, they are going to get fucking fried. It doesn't matter which way you put it. I could see if Prolu or, this guy was an outlier where he is actually getting completely shit on and they're losing and everyone else is turned up and it's close, then yeah, go ahead and be like, yeah, this guy is, he's costing. But like, bro, you guys are fried, bro. Like yesterday, they all played bad, bar like one of them. I think Scump had a couple good maps and maybe Dashy had like one good map. But besides that, they were chalked. Like, they just got outplayed. They got fried by Caesar, Skies, and then today they looked like a whole new team. Shotzi was playing out of his mind. Scump was playing out of his mind, and it made everything easier.
How the fuck they let Seth 1v4?
Yeah, they did it. Bro, how the fuck are they doing it? What the fuck are they doing, Pat?
I watched this live and I lost.
This was unacceptable. This was unacceptable, bro.
Bro, all right, first kill irrelevant, but right here. Slasher goes into the fucking the back room. Pierce is on the box heady.
You think it's a gamer tag? You think they just saw Scump's name and got nervous?
I mean, I don't know. I could never relate to that. Trust me. But they might. They might. But bro, Pierce just gives up the box heady when Asim's got his guaranteed trade, runs in there, shuts the door to fucking hold an angle. Like they had a guaranteed setup.
Yeah, and then Asim's sitting here like Jesus fucking Christ.
Bro, the one thing you cannot do in a 4v1, 3v1 is be in untradeable positions. Like,
well, they were in a tradable position. They got shit on.
They were until Pierce ran away and shut the door behind him.
Yeah,
but not even that. Slasher and fucking Gunless could have just sat in the building back to back, looking at absolutely nothing, literally staring at the ground, waiting for Scump to run in the room instead of Gunless is trying to get an angle on bomb. They should just let Asim sit on the bomb side, do whatever the hell he wanted until Scump had to go kill him.
That's basically what Asim was doing.
But they didn't like what, dude. That was the angles they were just doing were terrible.
They were fine. Like Pierce could have literally sat on that box and just wide the whole round, and they would have won.
Yeah,
like. Bro, the only thing you need in a 1v3 or 1v4 or 1v fucking anything is information.
Information. That's all you need.
Bro, he literally could have put his controller down, took a bathroom break, and the round was guaranteed.
That's pathetic. It's pathetic, Pat. That is unacceptable. Honestly, bro, granted, we got to give credit to Seth. He makes the play. He finds the gaps in the map. He absolutely smokes 2 guys. It was a 1v4 at the end of the day. He ended up getting the 1v4. Got to give Scump his credit there. Not many players are able to do that. So, Scump, good job. But LAG, man, it's just the way they played it, man. It just pissed me off. It's almost like they just thought they had it in the bag and just, like, gave up. And that was not the case at all. And then after the fact, a big clutch comes in from Scump. What do? Instantly, the Optic rushes to A. They get that bomb down right away. They rush it. They go up 2-0. And then in the 2-0 round, this is kind of where Optic, they spread a little bit. They run up the middle of the map. Look at the aggression. This is confidence now, right, Chris and Pat? Confidence. They're rolling through with it now. They don't give a fuck now.
As soon as Seth 1v4, this map was over.
Map
was over.
Bro, as soon as he 1v4, I said, chat, it's done.
It's done, yeah. GG.
I didn't say this map was over. I said the series was over.
They're mentally checked, bro.
Mentally checked, brother. And then even right here, right? Then we get into the 3-0 round. We're getting to the 3-0 round here. This guy, Kyler, was playing this little lay down spot over here. Bro, the 200 IQ stun coming in from my man Prolu, man. Kyler played the same spot last time they played.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Regardless if he played it or not, I've seen a couple people do it. Once that shit works, that will never catch you off guard ever again. That's like
Agreed.
a one and done spot of an entire year. You
Yeah.
see that happen once, you're just never losing it ever again.
I just like the
that
stun
spot
check.
that spot is so
That
shit,
spot
dude.
is ass, bro. That
It was
spot
good
is
for
ass.
1 in a million,
Yeah,
and then it's
dude,
over with.
Dude, that was a spot that you used in the beginning of the game, and everybody goes, "Holy shit, that's a good spot." And then
Yeah, and then it gets checked every round for a lifetime.
then everybody just checks the fuck out of it, and it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe that's not gonna work. But Optic ran away with this one, man. You could kind of see how they were able to do it here. Slash was in a 1v4, able to get 2 kills, but I think Scum cleans him up right here. Boom, there he goes. And Optic, they were able to close this one out 6-2. Dashy had a donut for the dub. Dashy had a donut, ladies and
That's how
gentlemen.
you know LAG was chalked, bro.
Yeah, they were chalked up. When you're dropping a donut for the W, I mean, you're feeling good. You gotta be, bro. You gotta be feeling confident if you just dropped a
Especially in a
donut.
dominant win, right? Like,
Yeah, bro.
it's not like it was
100%.
a Nicky D round 11 grueler. It was literally like they smoked him.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to do anything. He was just fucking chilling. He was just people were getting his trades and
Look at
stuff
Pro
like
Luke,
that.
most damage in the lobby.
Yeah,
dude.
gotta give him his flowers, man. Gotta give him his flowers. And then we get into the last one, man. We get into the map number 3. Go over here. We get into the Tuscan Control. Or is it Tuscan or is it Berlin? Berlin Control, excuse me. Listen, this is where Optics. This is where they're just at their best, man. They're so good at control.
Except against Florida.
I was thinking of the last series for the Tuscan Control when they just won. But this one was a Berlin, and you said except against who?
Florida,
They
because that's the
can't
only
beat
team.
Florida.
Because that's the only team that can play TDM better than they can.
They can't fuck with Florida in it, but
You know what I think it is with Florida? I think that Florida's play styles is like a blind counter to Optic's play styles in a way. Because they're so like, bro, you can't hit a flank because Dave Patty's in the back of the spawn somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You can't hit routes on Dave Patty, bro. You can't. I think Dave Patty is the Optic kryptonite.
I don't know about that one. I think Caesar and Awakening are.
I was trolling.
I was gonna say the reason why those guys don't give a fuck. Those guys just chow everything, and they just probably like match their
listen,
energy.
Tom, I agree with you.
You agree with me, Pat? You agree with me? I was trolling to some capacity. The Dave Patty was trolling a little bit.
I think
but
it's 2-part. Listen, Dave Patty confirmed Optic kryptonite. But he's also the goddamn Florida kryptonite against any other team that's not Optic.
No! The Muni's are in the chat, Pat. They're in the chat, man.
Oh, shit, they're in the chat?
They're in the chat. They're always in the chat,
Oh,
man. The
my
Muni's
bad.
are always vibing.
My
They're
bad.
always fucking vibing. You know, Pat.
Hey, good luck tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow. Pulling for you. Pulling for you.
Yo, that looks like Explosive. No bullshit. Y'all remember Explosive, the Gears of War player? Anyways,
Listen, I just want to talk about this map a little bit to kick things off, man. Scump, dude. This guy's clutching 1v4s, and then he's just starting off the map like this. The way that Scum starts off this map is nuts. This is clinical. He's able to pick up that AR, pops a 2-piece, boom, spits on him, pops a 3-piece, good play, and he continues his streak, man. He's going to sit in his hard point, and he's going to lock down this B point single-handedly. Dashy's going to get pushed up, get a kill, and then look at Scump again. Here's one. Shots again in his back, big plays. He's able to stay alive. Right off the ripperoonie. Optic's able to get B because of the plays that Scump made to get him in there. And he continues his streak. He plays through fire. He keeps this one going. Go ahead, Chris.
simply put, dude, Scump was playing a pub, bro. He was literally in his element, making a YouTube video for the Optic Nation YouTube channel. Like, he was vibing, bro, just literally frying. Like, it was the Scump show. Like, today he played really, really, really good.
Nah, he played fantastic. And then he even comes back. He gets another kill fire, drops back and gets his 8-point and solidifies this round. So really, really good plays coming out of the Optic boys, man. And then after they win this first offense, I mean, it was pretty much a breeze for Optic. They hold on to next defense. Then LAG wins their defense, and then Optic go back on their defense, and bada bing, bada boom. This one was all over.
Dude, look, it's explosive, bro. You see that guy? The guy that keep going to the crowd?
Who is this
Looks
guy?
like
This guy right here?
They look like Explosive. He looks like Explosive from the Gears of War team.
This
that Optic
fucking
used to
guy's
have.
going nuts. Bro, Optic won this series, and I saw that the fans, I thought they were about to storm the stage. They were like, they all ran to the front of the stage and started going crazy. I said, holy shit, these fucking guys are about to get on stage. Can you imagine, Chris Pat, if you just won a series and you just see a mob of 100 fans just run onto the stage, running at you full sprint, what would you do in that moment?
I'd be gassed. What?
Yeah, me too. I'd be gassed up too. I kind of wanted them to fucking hit the stage because that would have been fucking lit.
It would depend. Are they my fans or are they Optic fans?
If they're Optic fans, you're getting jumped, Pat.
Hey, you know I keep that thing on me, Tom. I'm ready.
What are you? You can't do that, Pat. What are you talking about? What? A fucking your fist? Are you talking about your arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat.
Yeah,
You fucking crazy bastard.
Listen.
Well, it's self-defense. Self-defense.
I
at
don't
the end of the
know
day.
what it's gonna take, but these other teams gotta figure out Optic and Control. I don't know what it's gonna take, bro, but they are 13-3 on Tuscan.
I think Optic's the best control team. I think they're the best control team in the game. Right?
11-0 on Berlin Gavatu, 13-3 on Tuscan. Listen, hey, I'm all for giving credit where credit's due, Tom. You know me, I am. Optic is the best control team in the game. It's true. It's just it is what it is right now. But I just don't think that's gonna last that long, right?
Yeah.
And you know, teams taking their sweet ass time, obviously, but they gotta figure it out. I don't think. I mean, I don't think some of these teams are gonna figure it out, like LAG and some of these.
Not even close.
I think the teams at the bottom are chalked. I think they're done. I just think they're chalked up. I mean, there's nothing to play for.
LAG has so many points, Tom. Like.
Yeah, that is true. They do have
That's what I'm
points.
saying. They gotta hit up everybody,
but they
bro.
probably can make champs.
The one thing I'll say about Optic is the reason why they're so good at control. We touched on this before. It's their ability to utilize their kills. They're the best team. They have been in this game the best team at utilizing kills and just creating space with every single kill they get. They have people. Their players just know how to test their limits when they get openings. And that's like what Shotzzy excels at. And I think he basically just makes the game fucking easier for these guys, to be honest.
Everything revolves around Shotzzy. I've been saying this shit.
When that guy plays bad,
Crim's
they look terrible, bro. Like if he just plays if he goes even or goes off, it's the smooth sailing series, bro, because he's so impactful.
Yep. Scump at a 1.15 to end this one off. Let's go into the interview and see what Seth had to say.
You've just played. I kind of want to cast our minds back. I want to find out yesterday, after taking a loss in round one, why you started out so slow. How did that feel?
Not great. I mean, just came out slow against Florida. We got a good lead against them, so actually we can't say that. We came out with like a 90-point lead, and then we made a few fundamental mistakes that we usually don't make. I mean, I think it was a case of some first land match jitters. But now we're back firing all cylinders, and a 3-0 for a good LAG, feels good.
Yeah, definitely a big win for you guys moving forward into this one. So I kind of want to ask about the regain coming into it. Obviously, disappointment yesterday, today, a very new day. How does the team prepare for that? What's the kind of the vibes backstage?
I mean, they're the same. Just a little bit of disappointment from yesterday and wanting to improve on that. I mean, that's all that we can do at this point. We know we have a long road ahead of us, so we just got to keep our head down and keep the practice up backstage, and hopefully, it translates into our matches up here.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the other thing about this is long losers run ahead of you, right? How do you mentally prepare for that? Because you've done it before, you've been in this situation, we know you're a veteran, but is there something you say to your teammates, or just the kind of the way you work this out, knowing that a lot of matches ahead?
I mean, you just have to stay in the present, stay in the moment. Every single play, every single opportunity to make a play, you just got to play your best COD, and hopefully things pan out. Sometimes things don't always pan out in Call of Duty, and that's just how it is. So just got to play our game. Hopefully we get wins. I mean, that's just how it is.
Well, you got the first one under board as well, but everybody coming into this major knows that we are kind of winding up towards the end of the year. What is Optic Texas focused on coming into this major and going forward?
I mean, we're just doing the best that we can. Obviously, we have Illy backstage not playing with us. Byron's been great for us, but we're just trying to make the best of our situation, honestly, and just keep on getting wins. I mean, try to improve all of our fundamentals and just really the necessary stuff to win. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think I'm going to have to let you address the crowd here. Some very, very enthusiastic fans. So, for everybody watching at home, the Green Wall, and everybody here in the stadium, what have you got to say?
Yeah, thank y'all so much. We've never been to Canada. I was at Niagara Falls, but that doesn't really count, I don't think. I don't know if you guys count that. But no, Canada's been great. Toronto's been great. So thank you guys so much, and hopefully we can keep getting wins for y'all.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'll let you get backstage to relax with your team. Veli, over to you.
Man, love the energy in the crowd, man. Love it. Toronto is definitely, these guys are definitely bringing that energy, man, and just showing up. So always love to hear those roars when these teams are playing and popping pieces and doing what they got to do. We're going to see Optic again today in the last series, but right now we're going to move on to the next one. Paris Legion going up against Toronto Ultra. Bokeh Hard Point, Tuscan S&D, Tuscan Control, Tuscan Hard Point, Desert Siege S&D. I mean, Chris, you fall asleep over there or what, Chris? Chris, wake up, Chris.
Oh shit.
Chris, we got a match, Chris.
My
We got
bad.
Paris
Yo.
Legion, Chris. It's Paris Legion, your favorite team.
Oh shit. Yo, wait, that's my boy Don, baby. Hey, that's my boy Don.
Look, anything to talk about in the vetoes, man. Paris won the first map. Some fucking how they did it. They fucking did it. What were your thoughts, Chris? What were your thoughts? Vetoes and everything.
Skip. Mute.
You want
skip.
to? You want to skip it? We never skipped the series before here on the Flame.
Bro,
We've never
honestly,
done that.
Hey man, yo, shout out Tom Gravity. He played pretty good. He was fine for his life. Dom played good. They all played all right. But at the end of the day, this shit don't matter for them, bro.
Nah, it
that
doesn't.
team is chickadee chalk.
They're
Like this was just
bro.
like hey yo, Toronto, get your warm up in for tomorrow. Like,
But they
what?
won a map somehow. How the fuck did they win this
It's
map?
Bokage. This is Donnie's
Yeah,
player.
that's true.
Look at this is Donnie loves this map, but also Tom Grav going off. That guy actually, he's got a bright future. He's just, you know, he's
Tom's been playing well. He's a good
Tom's
player.
a good player, man. Like,
Yeah, he's a good player.
everyone, Tom, Grav, Donnie, like, hey, you good? Like, move on next year.
No, they're not good.
Oh,
They're not good, Chris.
man!
They are losing fucking full.
Oh,
No,
man,
no,
Pat.
definitely they're not good in that sense. Mentally chalk. Like,
Bro,
I wouldn't be
honestly,
losing it.
this is just bad for the whole league, right? Like, obviously we like these guys on the team, but they're coming into events, Paris as a team, and they're out of everything. There's literally nothing to gain for them. Like,
no one talks about him, bro.
I mean, the only thing that they can do
starting to feel
now is
bad
just.
for 'em, bro.
I mean, the only thing that's left for them now is the next major. That's it. That's the last thing. New York.
but what's the point? What's the point?
I don't know. Maybe they can make a run. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I thought they were gonna do it this weekend, man. I thought they were gonna do it, man.
Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
man.
We just need to speed up the show, yo. Chalk this shit, Mo. Like, in the words of Donnie, it's chalk.
Listen, I'm down to chalk up this series for sure, just because I feel like Paris is in that chalk it up mentality where I feel like.
They are so ass, Tom. They had to relocate cities, bro.
No, Pat, don't say that.
They literally put Paris to shame that they had to go all the way to Vegas to try and like start something fresh, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, they were the Paris Legion. They ain't signed no fucking Paris player. Not once. Not
had
on the
one.
starting roster.
They had
a chance. They had a fucking chance to get Paco, and they fucking didn't do it.
And Pred. They could have had a duo.
What the fuck was that?
Bro, they could have had Pred and Hydra, bro. But we
Yo,
don't want to
Tom,
spend the extra 20,000.
Imagine we were
Christ,
running
man.
the Paris camp from day one.
Bro,
Wow.
I hopped on a call with the Paris camp and I asked him for $500,000 and he goes, "Yeah, I could do that. I could make it happen." And then I never heard back.
That might be why they're going to Vegas.
I shot for the stars. I shot for the stars, bro.
Hey, that might be why they're going to Vegas, Tom. They gotta raise some money. They gotta hit the tables,
maybe, man.
hit the casinos, get the funds up, and get some goddamn players.
Well, chat. Here's the thing, right? I was talking to Dallas. I was talking to New York. This is when we just went franchising. Paris was like my last option. I didn't really want to go to Paris, but I had a meeting with them anyway. And when they asked me what I wanted, that's what I told them. I said, "Lee, maybe $500,000. You know, maybe do 500,000 for the year. We could make something happen. I'll change everything around here." He goes, "Yeah, we could do that." And I never heard from the guy again. He never called me back. Nothing. I said, "Hey, it was worth a try." You know, chat. When it comes to business, you gotta shoot for the stars, man. Right, Pat, Chris, you guys be shooting for the stars.
Ronaldo, bro.
Hey,
Bro,
Tom,
that ass.
You know.
Tommy thought he was Ronaldo, bro.
Bro, I thought I was Mbappe. Yo, give me ownership. Give me fucking this. Give me that.
Tom, if I was your agent, I wouldn't even let you sign that. I wouldn't even let you sign that.
Why
That's,
not,
no,
Pat?
that's not even in the ballpark of your worth, Tom.
Oh,
Listen,
Pat, come
we
on,
talked
Pat.
about it. You are worth $1 million.
Yeah, it's what I'm talking about, Pat. It's what I'm talking about.
And you look like some too.
Oh, come on. This is what you guys are gassing me today. This is good gas. You guys get me hyped up.
Hey,
Thank you
man.
guys very much. Listen, we'll get into the next one, man. We're gonna skip through it, but look at this 4-piece from Kleenex. There's a few highlights that I want to show. Look at this shit, bro. You know what this reminded me of?
This is disrespectful though, Tom. We're skipping the series, but we're literally just showing a montage.
Yeah, I'm gonna show the good parts. Look at this. Look at this shit, bro. Look at they getting pieced up.
Damn.
They getting pieced
Donnie was
up.
the last one. That's crazy. They failed him.
Holy shit, poor
Bro,
Donnie, dude.
Don died right there looking at his kill feed. No bullshit. He was like flabbergasted.
Don.
His boys dropped right in front of him. He wasn't even looking at the map. He was just staring at his kill feed, drooling like, bro, what am I playing with?
All right, well, Toronto Ultra will go on to win the next 3 maps. It really wasn't too close. The S&D was 6-2. Control was 3-1, and the hard point was pretty comfortable for Toronto as well. So just comfortable maps out of them. If you guys want to go back and watch the match, feel free. It was a great match if you guys want to go back and watch it.
Yeah, great is an understatement. This shit was fantastic.
But let's get to the next one. This was actually I don't know. See, I didn't know what to expect with this one. A lot of people were kind of telling me they thought it was going to be a blowout. I was actually a little surprised by this. I thought Boston was gonna give us more than this, man. But let's get into the vetoes. We got the Boston Breach going up against the Minnesota Rokkr, Bocage Hardpoint, Desert Siege S&D, Tuscan Control, Berlin Hardpoint, and Tuscan S&D. Pat, Chris, I'll let you guys talk. What do you guys think about the vetoes, man?
It's one of those things where like Boston has just looked so bad. Vetoing against them is kind of hard to tell, but as you'll see in the series, it didn't even fucking matter what they vetoed. Like, this is a blowout.
No, it was, which is like, didn't you think that Boston, I mean, we're going to talk about LAG and inconsistencies, bro. We got to talk about Boston too. But yeah, they have not looked good, man. Boston has been struggling.
Bro, they are horrible.
They were in the conversation for top 4 at the beginning of the year.
Listen, they are the Chicago Bulls, man. They had y'all fooled. They had you fooled.
You think so, Pat? You think we were fooled?
Bro, listen, the problem with the Breach, as much as Tony loves to gas up his teammates, they just don't have the talent, man.
I said this, by the way.
We all said it. It ain't gonna take a rocket scientist. They just don't have the talent.
You don't think so? I don't think they're that. I
think Nero is good as fuck, and I think Nero has a future ahead of him.
Yeah. I'm good, Chris. You're good. It doesn't matter, man.
Nero is talented.
They don't have the talent to beat these teams, especially in Respawn, bro. When we were gassing them up, quote unquote, it's because they were winning searches. They were Nesloing people,
That is true. And controls. Actually, no, not controls. Hard points.
And Capsule would like randomly go for 50. Like that's
that's his biggest problem now.
All that aside, and Zinni was the MVP of his league. Like none of that was sustainable. Zinni was literally 1.3.
That was LeBron,
every single series. I don't know who he sold his soul to.
Prime LeBron.
Not sustainable. And then you had Capsule dropping back-to-back 50 bombs in series, and they were Nesloing people.
For my MMO gamers, some would say that his girlfriend buff is on cooldown right now. And
he's just not
the same as he used to be.
Right, man.
So by the way, we skipped the Paris series. I forgot to add this. This is how I feel when we watch these, Tom. We can pause real quick on the Boston stuff.
No problem. I'm paused up.
This is how I feel, bro.
What the fuck is that? That's a gray screen.
When I have to watch the Boston series or the Paris series, bro. No bullshit. When I gotta watch them, that is how I feel.
You were dumb, dude.
I'm stuck. I'm in the sunken place. I can't get out.
Bro, you are an idiot, dude. You are. What movie is that from again? Get Out? Is it Get Out?
Bro.
Good movie, man. Good fucking movie, man. You're an idiot for that. Listen, let's go into the Minnesota Rokkr. Listening, the way this map ended had me left in awe. This was nuts.
Bro.
Let's tune into the listening and we'll talk about it, Chris. Let's go. This is the Minnesota Rokkr.
I'm staying on the steps. My front door.
Okay, I have left. Can you show the mid or no?
One shot, TJ. Two top. They're hitting top. They hit top. Two steps. One more. TJ.
I'm gonna pause for a second. Havoc sounds like Major Maniac, and I will not be told otherwise. Let's continue. Kind of trips me out.
Two front door. Stay in the corner. All day to tools. I got it. Let's go back. Nice. Yo, stay on this time again. I'm coming to help you. I get tools. Yeah. Stay in time. Good time.
I'm starting to all this time.
Hit front. I got natives.
I'll be on top for a second.
Go on.
Nice.
I'm staying up. Stop off. Nice. I'm keeping on time.
I don't see it.
I mean, hey, that's a...
Bro, does anybody else hear it? Anybody else at all hear Major?
A little bit.
Nah, it sounds so similar to him, dude. It's actually kind of
I've seen McCall, so I definitely know what I know what he sounds like more than like Major Maniac because I've never teamed with him. But hey, yo, their comms sound
twisted,
good.
Bro.
Cole is directing traffic.
Yes,
this guy, bro, back in MW, this guy was another like in-game leader with like Pharaoh back on their Florida team. Like he's showing signs of that right now. He is doing it all, bro. He's like, bro. I know Pat wanted to shit on this guy coming into this event in terms of like land online, but he is frying.
What?
What do you mean?
A loser bracket, man, and they're
It doesn't
beating
matter.
up on the Chicago Bulls.
Wait,
Listen,
Havoc
the
played
one
good in
thing-
their loss
listen,
though too.
The one thing I hate most about the COD community, bro, is the absolute like 5-minute memory. Like no bullshit. Like they lost 2 searches to the LAD.
Hey, I'm not saying Rokkr
now,
looked good this
and now
entire
they're
tournament.
beating up some T-ball team in comparison. No, bro. Listen,
I'm saying Havoc looked
they had a
good.
good series. Congrats. They haven't done what they were doing online yet. Fact. Just
That
a
is
fact.
fact. That is fact. But it's small sample size so far.
We'll get and honestly, the only person on this team who has impressed me this whole year, even
Attach.
since Havoc's been on the team,
Attach.
is Attach.
He's
That's
been
the
great, dude.
That's the only person I'm giving flowers to, bro. That guy is playing phenomenal.
Yeah, he's playing good COD right now, bro.
And bro, for someone that's playing as good as he is, this team should be winning. Like
Yeah.
they should be frying. They should be going 5-0 in the qualifiers. But you know, they go to the major and now they're already in losers, and yeah, they get a great win against a team that's not as good as them.
I think this is a confidence series
Not-
though for Standy and Havoc because they were, they weren't playing as good as they were today.
Bro,
and
this
granted
first
playing
map
the
was
worst team,
fucking
but-
insane, dude.
Oh, bro,
This was
this
insane.
game is fucking shit.
Yeah, it's terrible, dude.
These
It's so bad.
spawns, these spawns are fucking unacceptable, bro. We gotta pause it when this shit happens because that was absurd, bro.
So you can see
Wait.
it's 2:45 to 2:44 with 6 seconds left on the clock, and Standy just makes the heads up play, man. He makes that. He's able to get into that hard point, and look right there. He gets off the hill right there. We potentially could have had a tied hard point. Isn't
Bro,
that
he
crazy?
did, yeah, he did. You know what's crazy? He did that in one of their league matches on Tuscan.
Yeah, I remember when he
actually
ran
did-
off. Remember that? I remember that.
What are
but
the
hold on.
rules? What are the rules for a tiebreaker? Do they just replay?
Just replay.
They
yeah.
replay.
That's all it
Wait,
is? Okay.
wait, Tommy, you didn't note down the spawns for the
Nah.
Granny's Hill?
Nah,
Go
which
back
one?
to the Grandma's Hill.
The house hill, the P3.
Yeah. Go back to like maybe halfway through it.
No, bro, no problem. It's no fucking problem.
Okay,
But
so right
I got a
here-
headache watching this map, bro. I take 8,000 notes.
Right here, they're trading back and forth, right? And then look at them. Look at Boston. They don't even realize this guy spawned. Look at
Yeah,
go
no,
before
I
go
remember-
before
no,
number
no,
two.
I remember
Go
this,
before
I
number
remember
two.
this.
Go before number two.
They didn't
Like,
even.
go
They
back.
didn't even
Go back more,
realize.
go back more.
Yeah, I went back. They didn't
Okay.
even. They didn't even realize
What?
they were looking.
What is this?
Bro, they were
Go-
looking the wrong way for like 10 seconds too.
No,
Like they weren't
but even
turning
before
around.
that, look at how Rokkr. So go back even more. It's literally Rokkr spawns there, then Boston, then Rokkr again.
Yeah.
Like, okay, look at this whole scenario,
Yeah, I see
right?
it.
So Rokkr has hill, or Rokkr has the initial, whatever. They got spawns like normal, whatever. Boston's gonna work a break. All right.
Yep.
So this is normal. Just keep watching because I gotta actually see it in real
They
time.
look at
again.
Capsule. Capsule goes to sneak, and then his teammate spawns there.
Yeah, so he gets the spawns for them.
And then he
they don't
goes
fucking
here.
realize.
Then
They
they flood
still
the
don't
hill,
realize?
and then they flip again.
Look at Attach spawn. Or no, is that Attach?
Yeah, it's Attach,
What the
yeah.
fuck? And then look at where everyone else spawns.
Everywhere, different places. They're
What
spawning
the
everywhere.
fuck?
They're spawning everywhere. How do you read it? How do you read it?
You can't read
You
that
can't.
shit.
Bro,
You
it's
fucking
so
can't read
bro,
that
it's so
shit.
funny. Every time these spawns happen, you just look at the pro players and you look at what they're looking at. You could just tell that in game they have no idea what's going on. They have no idea where people are coming from.
Bro, and this is why I hate this excuse shit, bro. These guys play the game more than everyone. They play the game for fucking 8-10 hours a day, and you're telling me that the spawns are good and they just can't read. They need to get better. What, motherfucker? These guys play the game all day. Like,
What the fuck
no
happened
one's
over
reading
here?
this shit.
Hey, you know what it is too? Sorry about the VOD. I don't know if I hit something or what, but I'll refresh it. The thing is, when Standy was in that hard point at the very end, I felt like that they maybe should have pushed him. They didn't push him. I don't know why they didn't put with like 5, 6 when there was like 5 or 6 seconds left. I don't know why they never rushed him. I don't know what they were doing. What's going on with the VOD? What happened over here? Oh, there we go. Now we're back in action. With 5, 6 seconds left, don't you think that they should push Standy right there instead of he just kind of laid down and just fucking was chilling? And that was a little weird to me. But what do you guys think?
Oh yeah, no, they definitely should have pushed him sooner. Maybe they just hesitated. It was a fucking hectic ass like situation. They probably weren't thinking clearly. Either way, when they lost that, bro, with those spawns coming in, you gotta think they were probably fucking just decked. Like that was a bro.
I wish I could go in depth, bro, but oh man,
Like, look at this right here, right?
I'm telling you, bro, it's not like a fluky thing.
Like, bro, look, Standy gets one, and there's 3 seconds left, and he kind of runs away. Boston, they kind of take a little while to try and push him. I mean, they definitely flood in there as quick as possible, but Standy made a great play, man. This is a really big play out of him. And I don't know why the COD League VOD does this now, but sometimes you'll watch the COD League VOD back, and it just skips. Like, I don't know why it does that now. It was even doing it to me in Dallas, so it's just, or Dallas, in L.A., so... Don't know what's going on with the COD League thing, but sometimes it just be fucking up. But we can take a look at the final scoreboard. Really, really good plays coming in from the Minnesota Rokkr boys, man. They were able to clutch up this first map, and I think that kind of their momentum, right? Like, it just kind of got their momentum going. I don't know what's wrong with this VOD, so we're just gonna go to the next map, but. I definitely think that was a big map for them to clutch up like that. Like, that just gives you a lot of energy, right? Going into the S&D. So just really, really good plays, and honestly, Minnesota played this S&D pretty good. The first round on Minnesota, they just kind of run at them. I thought Minnesota did a great job controlling the middle of the map. They did a great job just getting that map control. They go up 1-0. Then they actually go up 3-0 here, and it starts with Attach. He gets a 1v2 in the 3-0 round. Havoc was making plays. I like the spot from Havoc in one of these rounds. You could see how Minnesota was able to work this bomb site. It's a 4v4 situation. Boston's literally giving up the site here, by the way. I just feel like teams can be pushed up more, get more aggressive here. I just don't know why teams play so far back and just try and play for picks. They kind of just gave up this A site. What do you guys think about that? You think teams can get a little bit more aggressive on this A site? Sometimes you'll see teams hit it out.
I just think teams are so scared to get picked, Tom. Like
they are.
You mentioned, like, it's well, and to be fair, like Siege, I think I don't have it in front of me, but I'm pretty sure they're like Siege is one of the maps where first blood percentage. Or first blood win percentage is super high. Breach has a very low one. They're 10th in the league. And even at 10th in the league, they're still winning 65% of the rounds when they. So think about that, Tom. They're bottom of the barrel, right, in first blood win percentage, and it's still 65%.
Yeah.
So it's like on this map. So this map is just so important to get bloods.
And it's a really good spot from Havoc. I actually didn't. I haven't seen this spot.
Oh, Toronto does all the time.
Yeah,
I remember Cam here all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this, like, when people jump around here, but it was very, you don't see that often, a guy getting pushed up on that plant and jumping up on that, so really good plays coming out of Colt. Colt, he gets control of this. He gets pushed up and just kind of pins Boston back. They can't really do anything, and that's going to allow Minnesota to push up this map, get that map control, so good plays out of them. And then we go into the 3-0 round. This is where Dylan clutches the 1v2. So as you guys could see, just kind of going through these rounds a little bit, Minnesota was just full momentum, just riding that confidence off of that first map. I think them clutching up gave them a lot of energy. And
confidence, bro. It was the confidence.
Confidence for sure, man. And you could kind of see how in this 2v2, it's going to be Priesta who ends up falling, and then Dylan's able to clutch the 1v2. You could kind of see how he does. He's going to wrap train. He's going to flank on him behind TJ. Doesn't spot Capsule at first, but because he was a little tagged up, he was able to snap on him, and Minnesota just running through with these rounds. They ended up bringing it back a little bit, man. Boston ends up winning 3 in a row, but then after they win 3 in a row, Minnesota win the next 2. So Boston, they weren't able to capitalize and weren't able to clutch up. And unfortunately, they were not able to win this one. So good plays coming out of the Minnesota guys. Just good maps out of them. They're a very good S&D team. I feel like that's something that Minnesota has in their back pocket at all times. They're just good S&D players. And they've been doing it for a long time. I definitely think you don't have that same ice factor, though, without Mike, I feel like Mike just... You always felt comfortable with Major Maniac on the map.
Yeah, but I think Cole specifically, Havoc, he rides a lot off like his confidence. Like if his team is playing well, if he's like firing, like on the first like maps, he's gonna play like really aggressive. He's gonna continue to take risks and stuff like that. But I think when he starts getting shut down, I think he's one of those players that kind of just will like get in his own head and like will play worse.
By the way, Tom, I wanted to follow up. My source did let me know Siege is the highest overall first blood win percentage in all of Vanguard at 74.15%.
Interesting.
So that's why we see teams play so careful for those bloods.
Yep. No, bro, first bloods have always been important in COD. Always.
Oh, for sure.
It's been a big thing forever. If you can get a first blood and get out with your life, it's the best thing you could do in S&D. Right here, Boston, listen, they never stack points, bro. I'm going to be the one to say it. There was a couple times during this round where, again, they're just getting kills, and you have a lot of people around the point, and they don't want to get on it. I don't know why Boston shies away. And I just remember last time, I just remember asking Tony when he was on the show, and he just was talking about nades. Bro, every team stacks. And every time nades come flying in, for the most part, they miss. I mean, we've talked about it on prior shows, but right here, even right here, bro, they just got a clean 3 dead, and they're all standing around the point. Where are they going?
People are just playing this. People
Where are they
afraid
going?
to stack because they think they get naded. Do what Florida did today. Florida even learned to stack, and they were one of the fucking people that couldn't. They just hugged the wall where you're not going to get naded.
And they literally beat the best control team in the game.
You just hug the wall. You literally hug the wall. You can't get naded hugging up against the wall because they throw it from the backside of the church, and it's going to overshoot to the backside of the statue. It's not fucking complicated.
Once Nero gets his kill, he needs to run back to the hill. I think this is a terrible play. I hate these plays when people get kills and they just keep going and play spawn kills. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's either run back to the hill or just play your life behind this.
Let's run back to the hill. And even number 7 keeps getting off. Who's number 7? TJ keeps getting on and off, on and off. They barely got 2 ticks here. I just don't understand. You got a clean wipe with 3 of you guys by the point.
He just killed like 3
They're not even on him. They're not even on it.
Back that up.
No problem. No problem.
How did Zinni get gunned? Wasn't Attach weak, bro? I'm pretty sure. Look, Capsule hit
Attach is weak for sure. He's weak.
Bro,
oh no, he wasn't weak. Nope, Dylan was not weak. Nope, not weak.
Well, bro, how does Zinni lose this?
Nah,
he's 2 guys challenged him. The guy at the door.
Two guys challenged him.
Okay. I thought
Either way, Nero is fucking scamming, bro. Back the fuck up and just hug the wall and pre-aim. Just trust yourself.
Agreed. Even you can see TJ getting off of it a little bit. He's getting off. Nero's playing spawn kills. You have Capsule playing kills. Just get on the point. Just get on it.
Also got to remember, these guys have a 30% win percentage in control. They are horrible at control.
He's still
one of the worst in the league. They're just not a good control team.
But never have been. Because when they get kills, they don't make use of their kills. I've seen the same play from Boston 3 times now in the same map.
They never learn, Tom. They never learn.
Pat, we're giving them free advice. Like you always say.
They're not taking it.
Take the advice. Take it. Listen, I understand, you're pro players. You might not want to listen to everything. But, bro, this is common sense. All the top teams stack when they get kills. They all do it. I just don't understand why. Bro, that was the perfect scenario for a stack right there. And they just say, you know what? I'm just going to keep running at them. Got Capsule running chase. TJ's bouncing off at the point. Nero's playing spawn kills. It's like, bro, come on.
You need to do the fucking reciprocity stack for that they used to do on frequency, hardpoint, and ring. I don't know if anyone remembers this from Black Ops 4. You remember when they would one guy would prone and one guy would stand over him? They would just basically team shoot the same lane in the open, but just stacked on top of each other, looking at the same thing, team shotting. Do the same thing on the fucking point. Hug the wall. If you want to watch the back, you get on the fucking point, you hug the wall, and you just pre-aim forward and have 2 people staring at the lane. Yep. If a guy hits the corner, you team shot him. It's not fucking complicated.
I agree, man. And they did it again, by the way. We go into the next offense, right? Minnesota, they end up winning their defense. Boston wins their defense. We go into another offense. This is what Tuscan always comes down to. You have to win. You have to take an offense somewhere, somehow. And they do the same thing. They work kills, and they don't get on the point. And it just happens over and over and over again. They shoot themselves in the foot, man. And they really do. It happens over and over again. Even right here, look at this. Look at this, man. It's like they get the kills and they don't want to get on it. It's like, bro, just get on that shit. If you get on the point and it goes up at the speed of light, man, at that point, you're just going to force them to run at you and try and make a play. But unfortunately, they get the kills. They end up not stacking the point. Streaks coming from Standy. This one ends up going into the 2-1 round. Minnesota, they were able to clutch up on this defense, so big plays out of them. And then it was Minnesota, who I believe was able to win the offense. Let's go into the Boston listening. I thought the listening sounded a little fugazi. I want to get your guys' opinions. Joe said they sounded good. I thought they sounded kind of... I didn't think they sounded good at all. So let's tune in and see how the Boston Breach Boys were sounding.
Yep. How was our church?
Yeah.
He's spawn, I think. I spawn for Charlie.
Backing up, nothing left right now.
Okay, I'm back, L.
Then just keep on that. It'll be green, right? Or you have it?
Yeah, I'm green. Watching green.
Watch the back. Then go to Charlie.
Yeah, they can go well.
Havoc in the back.
Then I'm backing up.
I'm pretty sure they're in the back.
Watch green. Charlie. They're going to stack point.
Get ready to glide.
Glide down. I'm gliding.
Oh, wait, plant. Green.
Okay. Two at a time. One's top green and one's back our spawn. I'll give a guy time. Okay. One's back our spawn though. Nice. Yeah, one's our back truck. Last guy, back our spawn. Okay, uneven him. He's still back our spawn.
I'm pushing mid.
He's not 12.
I'm one shot. I can't tell him. Listen, I involve mid. He's back stairs. Let's hit him. Listen, I involve mid. I went mid. Back tank.
he's there, he's right. One shot. Mid truck.
Okay.
He's going
14v6 there. 14v6.
Mid upper green church.
And you heard a little bit of.
Okay, thoughts on the listening. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't think they sounded good, but I mean,
They didn't sound terrible. They just look like they're just lost
defeated, bro. They're just defeated.
bro.
Yeah, they might be a little defeated for sure. And we could kind of see how Minnesota was able to do this, man. I mean, they were just able to work some kills and stack onto this point. I don't know exactly. Did they? This went down to lives, didn't it? I think Boston breached Minnesota. This is when Havoc was doing that fucking bouncy point thing, where he was getting on A and he was getting on and off the point, and he was making the play, and it worked out for him. They were able to drain these lives down, and they do a really good job, man. They just waste a lot of time delaying that or stopping the clock and just getting kills. So really good plays. Minnesota does a really good job at that. So pay close attention to that. If you guys aren't doing that in ranked play, I recommend doing it in ranked play or whatever. Just bounce off those points if you trust your teammates to get some kills. And you can see Boston, they're just skirming. They can't get anything going, and that's going to do it for this series. We could take a look at Dylan, look at all the Minnesota guys. They're feeling good. They're ready to go. Did we get an interview in this one? We did get a Havoc interview. I actually do want to tune into the Havoc interview and see what the kid had to say. So let's see what Cole Havoc ended up saying in this one. Man, this VOD's killing me today, man. Look at this shit's moving in slow. It's moving in slow motion, bro. You know.
A bit more.
And Miles and Chance and all these guys, bro, they've been doing a fantastic job on the desk, man. So make sure you guys are showing them some love.
I think Miles and Chance are my favorite casting duo.
I love Miles and Chance,
I
man.
fucking love Miles, bro.
They're fantastic,
I think they're solidified my favorite. They're always up there.
Hey, and Miles is a big fan of the flank. You guys know that? He's always tuning in.
Oh,
yeah. You know, he's a big fan. He always grabs a nice
have that
beer.
connection. We know. We you know.
Yeah,
hand in
man.
hand, we have that connection.
Yeah, a little connection. Let's tune in to Mr. Cole Havoc and see what my man had to say after the match.
With Havoc, first of all, congratulations, a great series. I know the fans are very enthused by it as well, but I do have some questions, some hard, some easy, but let's get into it. First of all, you went 5-0 in the qualifiers, huge step for your team, and kind of slipped up at the first bit out the gate here at the major. Like, what happened yesterday?
So yesterday we just made a lot of like under pressure mistakes on the Berlin hardpoint, and our S&D was super flat because I think we were overthinking that, you know, like other people are studying us. But today we went back to our roots in S&D and it paid off. We stayed confident and we kept doing the play calls that we usually do. And yeah, our hardpoint and respawn was looking good. Our comms were good. Everyone's shooting straight. So.
Yeah, well, obviously that will lead to a win today, so works out well. The next question I have is probably a little bit more complicated. Now, you have an interesting history with the CDL and its teams. So what made Minnesota the right team to join now?
We're the best, yeah. I always had a feeling that Minnesota Rokkr would be the right fit, and I had a feeling like when I was in Challengers that they would hit me up if they kept struggling. So I wanted to hold off on that because I feel like I just fit right in with their personalities on the team. And I've always wanted a team with Attach and Preston, and then Eli is just this young kid that I feel like I can mold into a really good player. So that's kind of the main reason I wanted to join them, and I was patient for that, and it paid off.
It certainly has paid off as well. I know a lot of people are big fans about you being on the squad. Kind of one of the things I want to talk about coming into this major as well, huge win streak coming through here. Did that set the team up correctly, and what were you kind of looking for to make sure was solid running into this event?
Yeah, so the 5-0 was really good. We really needed the points to try to get in that top 8 contention for champs. Like that's the main goal is getting the champs. So we really needed that, and then coming into the event, it was definitely a big confidence boost being 5-0 and being super comfortable in S&Ds and stuff. Like I said, if we executed better yesterday, we would have won that. But now we can make a losers run. These guys are known for it's never chalked. So like we can make this losers run one match at a time.
That is very true. You have got a long losers run ahead of you in a very stacked loser bracket. My last question kind of relates to something you said to me as you walked onto the stage, actually. The kind of the difference between Challengers and the CDL, one of them is obviously schedule. What else have you noticed kind of in the big leagues?
There's a lot more preparation for matches that I wasn't really used to besides the elites and Challengers. So just kind of like hard countering strats in S&D, like watching a lot of VOD on the other team before you play them, because you have so much time before your matches.
It's a long ass interview.
That's the biggest thing.
Bro, damn.
It's just a lot more structured, you know what you're getting into.
Awesome. All right. Thank you very much for joining me on here on stage. I'll let you go.
Okay, so a lot of people in the chat were coming in hot saying molding Standy. What did you guys think about that comment?
That's just the dog in him, bro.
That's
No,
just
no,
the dog in him? He's a
that's
dog in him?
not the dog in
That's
anybody.
the dog in him.
Bro, literally, think about what he said in his tweet longer about New York. I want to bring Kismet along so we can teach New York how to play. Bro, this guy, wow.
Hey man, he's got confidence, but at the end, but hey man, this guy's a leadership type player.
Yeah, he is a
man.
leadership type player. He is.
Like he's a leadership type player.
Nah, I mean, bro, Standy might need a little molding now. You know, he might need a little bit.
Standy was playing like shit at the beginning of this year.
Standy would do some dumb shit sometimes. He would. He
definitely would.
That was Standy's biggest problem. Is he was so talented, but sometimes he did some stupid shit. It happens. You know, he had the ZooMaa.
Pat's just being a havocator. Like
bro,
yeah,
there's no way.
They played the Boston Breach, but like
good and talented, but wow.
Yeah, let's get into the next one.
He's gonna come from challenges and just mold one of the best players last year.
I guess
to be fair, Havoc left New York, Florida. He didn't want to be on Florida anymore and says I'm gonna do challengers.
Yeah,
instead,
and they probably would have been, honestly, if they didn't have to pick up Dave Patty, they probably would have been solid. They would have.
I'm just saying,
bro. What is with Dave Patty and Havoc, Pat? You don't like these guys.
I'm just saying Havoc was on Florida. They weren't the best team, but at the end of the day, he voluntarily bet on himself. So you got to give this man props for making it back. And yeah, he's confident. He's been playing pretty good up until he's been playing pretty good today.
Yeah.
So can't hate on him.
Nah, let's get into the next one, man. Let's get into. Come on, give it up.
I mean, I just want to quickly get some stats. You know me. I just want to quickly peep.
All right. Well, listen. While you peep, let's get into the next one. Optic, Texas, going up against London Royal Ravens. Gav, Hardpoint, Bokeh, S&D, Tuscan Control, Tuscan for the last 3 maps. All Tuscans. Chris, while Pat's looking up shit, what did you think about the vetoes? Anything that caught your eye? It's the last series, Chris. Don't worry. We're almost done, Chris.
I'm chilling.
We're right around the coin.
I did like the Gavutu pick out of London because we haven't seen Optic play very much, and I don't think it might have been their strongest suit. Especially with Pro Loot, they've been playing a lot of Berlins, Tuscans, and like Bokages, so not a bad choice out of them. But overall, I was still just kind of like, I don't know where this London team is. New York could have just had a bad series, and they could have just beat them. I don't know how they're gonna face up against Optic, but hey, Optic has been playing fire today, so
listen,
they continue that
trend. They look great today. They look really good today.
I'm coming back.
You're coming back, Pat?
I'm molding Shotzi. I'm coming back and I'm molding Shotzi. Bro, hey, that's the only way he'll be able to beat Krim. I will come back, I will mold Shotzi, and he will be able to take down Krim. It's the only way.
So maybe you can be the assistant coach to Troy and Rainbow.
Listen, they can give me
the assistant's assistant.
Tom, I've never really been one for titles. They can give me whatever title. At the end of the day, the paycheck needs X amount of zeros, and whatever title they want to put on it, they can do what they got to do. Bro, HR can create whatever position they want.
How many zeros you talking, Pat? How many zeros?
At least 6, and there's a digit in front, Tom.
We need the Optic Aches picture to return.
He said at least 6, and there's a digit in front. I like that, Pat. Not too shabby. But listen, let's get into the next one. Optic, they came out hot, man. This was actually a pretty good map. It was very back and forth. Optic was able to get some pretty good holds on the P4 and the P5 here. Going into the second rotation of hard points, we actually got a couple listenings coming in. One from Optic and one from London. So I definitely want to tune in and see how the boys were sounding before we get to the end of the game. I thought Brucey made a fantastic play towards the end of this game. But let's go into the listening. And see how they were sounding. Where is this 617 over here? Where the fuck am I? Oh, we got a problem with the timestamps. There's a first for everything, Pat. Actually, no, I'm just a moron and I can't read. Okay, that's on me.
Good.
I'm just a moron. Listen, Fazo, if you're listening, Fazo, it's on me, bro. It's on me. I apologize. Let's tune into the listening. We got Optic first and then London Royal Ravens.
Everyone roll. As well.
Luma in the chat. With 2 A's, please.
Nice. What's still a Marok?
Yeah, what's the bar?
One's still a Marok. And one's a new time.
Just one. The bar. It's still there. They're refocusing him. Don't you beat up. One stop, he popped up top.
One shot nasty, absolute simple.
I'm needing shit. Yo, he's our side. I need the shit. One shot top mid. You just lay down top mid.
15 points separate these two teams.
All right, so that's going to do it for the Optic listening. Now let's tune in to the London Royal Ravens.
I hear you. Can one of you right? I'm going to play old.
Fuck. Yeah, go.
Listen. Get on, right. I don't see big tank. I'm running. I'm going to spawn. Around pro loot. A little bit weak. There's 2 mid tank right now. Weak. I'll get one. Swear. Hold the back. Oh, shit. I spawned the back.
Get push close.
What did I say about Byron?
Watching it. 2v1 pro loot. There's 2v1. He needs help. Yeah, okay, gross.
V1 dash shooting.
Broken's good. Can't get that guy. Shots hit down. I have chill.
This was a big break. That was a huge break from Optic at the end of that listening to come through the front like that. And I like what they do. They get their ring control. They have somebody look over somebody, and they just hit it. They work the kills, and look, they got London pinned now. Pat, what were you going to say? Did you say something during the listening?
Yeah, someone in the crowd said something, Byron.
Yeah, he was screaming in the crowd. There was one guy who was just yelling at the top of his lungs.
But isn't Nasty Byron?
No, Prolute's Byron.
But is it Nasty Byron
There's
too?
2 Byrons? There's 2 fucking Byrons? You got to be shitting me.
That's what I'm saying. Which one are they talking to?
Man, they're talking to the Prolute one. They got to be talking to
they're
the
trying to
Optic
gas
guys.
one up, but they're gassing both up.
Yeah, it's true. It's very, very true, man.
Just think about it. The other Byron's hearing that and like, hell yeah, yo, like whatever happened.
Hey, that's true. And then you could kind of see how Optic was able to chain, right? They were able to break the P3. They get a pretty good hold on this P4. And they kind of start to run away with this one, but London, they're able to get that 20 seconds of scrap. So Optic, they're looking to play the rotation, and this is where I just think Brucey made a really good play here. Right here, Bruce, right? This 1v1 is so big. I feel like if Bruce loses this 1v1 here at Ring, that Afro and the London boys can collapse onto this hard point and maybe clutch this up. But by him winning this 1v1 and killing the guy Ring, now all he needs to do is hold the cross and this one's all over. And I just think it was really good map awareness from him. He gets the guy overextending, make sure nobody can hit the right. He has his teammates checking Ring for him. And now Optic, you could just see all of them holding this cross and not letting anybody cross to that hard point. So really, really good plays coming out of the Optic boys to kick things off in this one. We can take a look at the scoreboard. We got Shotzi 30 and 20. He played fantastic this map. He played fantastic all day, to be honest. He was doing Shotzi things. And then on the other side, everybody from London just negative. So obviously the London boys, they just couldn't get the slaying power. Pat, Chris, any final thoughts on the map as we go into the next
not
one?
on the map, but like I said, when Shotzi's playing well, it doesn't even if this guy goes even, like the rest of the team, you just can't lose.
I feel like even when he's not playing well, he's so impactful.
Well, like when I say playing well, I mean like he's just not shit in the bed. Like if he's even, like he's still so impactful, it just makes everyone's job easier.
So
when that guy, when
every
he plays
he's
bad,
ever had in Vanguard except versus Scrim.
Yeah.
But when he plays bad, bro, like it's pretty apparent the team like is just they're just not used to it, bro. Like when does this guy have a bad game besides against Karim?
Yeah.
When does this guy have a bad game?
Besides
He
Karim?
doesn't. He doesn't.
Exactly.
Well, listen,
so
Optic,
you don't know how to play when that's happening.
Optic come out really hot in the boat cage, right? They come out, they win the first round, but then the 2v4 in the next round from London, I think just skyrocketed their momentum. But London threw this map away, man. They were up 1-5, 5-1 in this one, and Optic was able to bring it all the way back and win 5 straight rounds.
In the words of Cocktain, they got half-sailed.
Watch what Afro does in this round. The shit that Afro does in this round was impressive. This is how you could tell this guy's a really good player, man. He knows what he's doing for sure, and you could kind of see how he was able to do it. Let's tune in. It's going to be Optic. We're able to find that first blood. Prolute with another one, 2v4 situation. And look at the way Afro moves around the map. Look at how he's able to do this. So the bomb goes down as well. He's going to take out Shotzi up top. Going to slide on out, take out the bomb carrier, make that 2. And then to speed it up a little bit, he reads this guy in the pinch. Just a really good play reading him. He sees Prolute jump up on a tank. That's going to be for 3 for Afro on a retake, so really good awareness out of him. And then Trey, he's going to win the 1v1 top barn. So really good plays coming out of the London guys. And then after that, London, they just kept getting aggressive. They definitely got some momentum off of that. They got really, really aggressive. And then Listen, man, it starts with the 2-5 round, man. This is where the Prolute and Scump kind of went big. You can kind of see Optic had a pretty good round here. It was 1-5, pretty comfortable round. Getting to the 2v5 round, this is kind of where Scump and Prolute. It was London that were able to get the numbers and Pout. You know how important first bloods are, right? We were just talking about it. London need to close this out, man. And I'm not really too sure how they let this game get away from them. So you can see Scump, he's going to open one up. Go ahead, Chris. You going to say something?
I was going to say, I think Optic just adjusted. I think Afro was their boogeyman at the A site, and they just started avoiding him and going to B and like exploiting.
Adapting.
Like,
You think they adapted?
They just adapted to the fucking play. And they stopped going A. Like you saw even in the final round, they like almost like threw a fake, like they were going towards A side, but they ended up just cutting a B for free. They just knew that London was a lot weaker towards the B side of the map most of the time, and they started going there a lot more often.
Bottom line, though,
Scump made a good play this
round, man. They needed one round. I don't care how great of an adjustment.
Hit something, bro. Hit something, man.
One round, man. One.
You might as well just keep.
It's a misplay.
You might as well just keep hitting sites and trying to outnumber and blind countering people.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
And they let it get away. Scump makes a very good play in that round. So big plays coming out of him. And then after they clutch at the 2v4, look what Scump does the next round. He's gonna get tucked into bottom house, and two guys are gonna run at him. They try to run at him, but they just couldn't kill the king. They couldn't kill him.
Tried doing the Boston breach, bro.
They tried doing a breach. They tried doing a breach, man.
This is Raven's best S&D map, and to get like came back on like that. Also, can we talk about how many comebacks have happened in Vanguard? And like
a lot, dude. We've seen 2 full sales already. We've already seen 2 full sales.
We've seen that many full sales. We've seen so many 5-1, 5-2s, 5-3s. Like I feel like no lead is safe in Vanguard. No lead.
I agree. And then after the 2-piece round from Scump, then we get into the next one. Shotzi was actually able to hit a Kobe here. See Shotzi in your minimap, piece number 3. He's all the way by A. And where the hell does he throw this grenade from? Does he
that's why I said.
Does he just lodge it over house? Does he just lodge it over?
Yeah.
He must have hit him. He must have just hit him square in the face with that nade. Because once that happens, Dashy's gonna back up the guy B side, and I love what Optic does. Look here. Look how Dashy backs this guy up. He makes him one shot, and as soon as he makes him one shot and he has to play his life, that's when you get aggressive. That's when Prolu and Scum start working up this bomb site. They're going to get the bomb down. And right here, this is, if you're a London fan, it was not looking good. Scump and Shotzi control the middle of the map. It all comes down to Mr. Trey 0 and a 1v3. He's not able to clutch this one. He actually ends up just walking off the map. That doesn't want to give him anything. We get into the round 11. And honestly, Prolute made a great play here, man. I like that they challenged together. They didn't do anything by themselves. Dashy challenges, he gets Trey weak, and Prolute's there for the trade. Makes it a 3v3 situation. They're able to get the one guy B, and I think Optic knew that. And then after they get the 3v3, Shotzi's playing a little credit corner, top of the mid-map. They get the map control, and you can just kind of see why map control is so important, man. You get to those positionings, you get pushed up on a map. Shotzi's able to get a kill. He plays his life. Scump backs him up, gets the streak, gets the information, and Optic bring this one all the way back. Look at Scump. He's screaming. The Optic fans are fucking. They got a mob pit in the middle of the arena.
Bro, London got to mix it up, bro. Like, I think Harry played that back tank at A every single defense, and Afro played somewhere by the bomb. Like, they just got to mix it up and do something. The blind count, maybe throw a couple blind cowers in there, get aggressive on the side of the map, hit a flank. Like, they just literally let themselves came back on. Like, it looked like they literally made 0 fucking adjustments and were like just praying their original setups would work while Optic picked them apart.
Yep. And then we get into the Tuscan control, and gentlemen, this was a team deathmatch. Seriously, Optic were just shitting all over these guys. It just seemed like London could not win fights. Optic's up 2-0. They're running around the map. I mean, they were draining lives after lives. They win 3 straight with ease, man. Just running at them and working these kills. So just a really good job. Any final thoughts on the series, guys? Do you see Optic making a run? I personally see them making a run. I wouldn't be surprised if they go all the way. I would love to see a Faze Optic grand final. I would love to see that.
100%. That's always a good time. I definitely could see them making a run.
Hey, and what I talk about for so long about FaZe playing the long con, right? And this was their major to win. And I hope we get a FaZe Optic grand final. This time, Optic coming from losers, And Faze is gonna do it, man. Faze is gonna do it. This is their event. Major 3
You think this is where Faze can finally take him down? Do you think?
Yep.
Not Faze Clan. It's Atlanta Faze.
Okay.
Atlanta Faze. Big difference. Nah, big difference, Pat.
Same thing. Big difference.
I definitely think Faze Optic can still win it, but hey, man, we
Same
still got
thing.
Seattle, and those guys look hella good right now. So I'm not writing any of these teams off. I think the rest of the event's about to be a banger. We're about to have some slugfest because if you guys remember, Ultra looked good as hell too, and like they barely lost to Faze. I think they choked that series personally, and they're still in the losers bracket. We got Seattle in the upper bracket.
Think about it. We got all the shitters out now. The tournament gets good.
The tournament's gonna be really good.
We got some matches ahead of us, man.
But the one thing I wanted to say was this could be them dropping the losers bracket. Optic could be a beneficial thing for them because as we know, there's no advantage in grand finals. And on top of that, they get to play more COD. They get to get if you guys are truly still worried about pro loot, at least you get to give them some more experience playing on the stage, getting comfortable with the guys. But at the end of the day, this could be a beneficial thing for them. We'll see how it pans out though for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, while we skim through the rest of this map, I mean, you guys could just look for yourselves. Optic dominate 3 straight rounds. The lives weren't even close. Every single round, they just drained the lives down, and Optic just pretty much played team deathmatch.
I was gonna say Optic's 11th 3-0.
Yeah, they're very good at control. I honestly think that's why they're such a strong team, especially against Faze. They're really good at that swing mode. They're just really good at winning that third map.
24-3 or something is their map record.
Yeah,
25-3 maybe.
It's
a lot.
Listen, I see a lot of people coming in the chat while we skim through it. People want us to talk about the Abizi drama. Katie Bedford went a little bit rogue. Did you guys see it by any chance, Pat and Chris? Did you see all the drama that happened today?
That was so fucking unnecessary. And then on top of that, Tupac came at Gersh for like, bro, what? Don't shoot the messenger. Like, period.
Yeah, so
that was such a fried ass fucking remark.
For people confused,
I would use another word than a little, but yeah.
For people confused, I guess Katie Bedford was on stream saying that Abizi doesn't want to practice, or he doesn't want to practice, doesn't like the game, or I don't know. She was kind of going off on Abizi a little bit, and I'm sure that was just some pillow talk, right, between her and Tupac, and Katie, she just went a little rogue, man. I don't think she realized maybe she only had 19, 20 viewers. But talking to Gersh, man, CDL Intel had the clip. Everybody had the clip. Everybody was ready to post it. And maybe causing a little problems. Abizi ended up responding to it and calling her a clown. And then Tupac ended up coming in and calling Gersh a gimp. Was the word that he used.
No, he said something else. He said talentless gimp, didn't he?
A talentless gimp? Is that what he said?
Honestly, if being funny is a talent, bro, Gersh has got it.
Well,
so
then
he's definitely not
Gersh's
talented.
new name on Twitter.
Talented.
Gersh's new name on Twitter is now Talentless Gimp. Gersh is his new name, man.
Talentless Gimp starting drama for impressions. Shaking my head.
Right, and let me say something, because I'm gonna get Gersh's back here a little bit because I didn't like those. I didn't like him being called out. Bro, if Gersh didn't tweet that, somebody else is. If somebody says something publicly on a live stream, especially to that caliber about one of the best teams in the game, it's going to be on Reddit. It's going to be on Twitter. It doesn't matter if Gersh posts it, somebody else is posting it. Yeah. Whether it's CDO Intel or Jake Sucky or
Deserto.
Oh, well, speaking of Jake Lucky, Jake Lucky did tweet it. Jake Lucky tweeted out the clip as well. Yeah, he went and tweeted it as well. So, when you say something publicly on a platform, you can't really come at the person who's just doing his job. He's reporting news. He's reporting stuff that people are saying. I'm getting text messages. People are texting me, and I'm like, listen, man, I'm dancing on live stream, blasting music. I have no idea what's going on. I don't run the Flank social. But at the end of the day, man, if stuff is made public, the Flank is going to tweet about it. I don't like being that place where we're kind of leaking things, but if people are saying things publicly, it's free game at that point. You just got to be careful what you say. I think a lot of this stuff is kind of small. I think it's small stuff. I think this is just going to blow over. I think Katie's a nice lady. I love Tupac, love Tyler, love all these guys. I just think, Katie went a little rogue, and this would just blow over.
Honestly, this might light up Beezy's fire. It might be a good thing. But the one thing I will say is, hey, I fucking called that shit, by the way. How many times did I tell you at the beginning of the year? I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers hate this shit. Like, they hate what they're doing, and it's going to hinder their performance.
Chris,
not that it's excusable.
Real quick,
Chris, that might be true. Who's the #1 team in the CDL and who's still in the winner bracket?
Here we go. Yeah,
Who's the number 1 team in the standings and still in the
Oh,
winning
wait.
race?
Actually, no. Wait. Hold on.
Atlanta Faze.
So here,
Atlanta
Pat.
Faze.
A lot of
Hey,
people.
Who dropped 50 yesterday?
No, I'm gonna back you up here. I'm gonna back you up here to a degree, and some of the things that you would say. So, I'm always for the logical type thing. I'm gonna go against you when you say some stupid shit, but I'm gonna go with you when you say some right shit. I said something earlier, and someone said that I was hanging out with X too much, bro. I said this. Okay, if Optic go out early, okay, and FaZe go on to win this tournament, is FaZe the best team in Vanguard at the moment? No, I don't know. I don't care about second. Nah, I still need them to win. If they win, okay, if they win, are they the best team? If they win this tournament, okay. Nope. I had somebody say, but they can't beat Optic. So by that nature, Optic is better than FaZe. Okay, Optic can't beat fucking Florida on land. So does that mean Florida is better than Optic?
No, Chris, I got the best analogy.
No,
I got the best analogy. You guys both played, Tommy and Chris. I want both of your opinions.
No problem. I'm listening.
Was I the best team in Advanced Warfare?
Hell no. Hell no.
Okay, relax. Just yes or no.
No.
Was I the best team in Black Ops 3?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
No.
Was I the best team in World War II? That one's a yeah, but we won't go there. But hey, bottom line, guess who Optic couldn't beat in both those titles?
Yeah, you were the Optic kryptonite. You were the Optic kryptonite.
But you weren't the best. That's just how it is. It's all matchups, but at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is your performance and your placements. That is how you gauge people, because it's the only tangible shit. It's not, they can't beat these guys. They hard counter them. They're just no, that's not how things work. I'm just saying, if FaZe go on to win this tournament and Optic bomb out, I'm saying bomb out because I think what they place? They won a tournament, and then what was their last 2 placements?
6, I think. They got I don't know if they got the Pro-Am, but I don't. Who count? The Pro-Am don't count.
I'm not talking about the Pro-Am. I'm talking about the
first 6.
Okay, first 6. If they get another shitty placement and FaZe gets 1, 2, 2, bro, come on now. And that's not me saying, and that's not me being an Optic hater. I said Optic is a better team than FaZe, literally countless times so far this year. I'm being realistic.
Yeah.
Just saying, let's just end it there.
And listen, I see a lot of people coming at Katie and this and that because I said she was a nice lady. I mean, listen, guys, I've had nothing but, when I talk to Katie, she's very nice to me. I mean, she went a little rogue today for sure. Definitely thought it was a little uncalled for, but I mean, I think a lot of this stuff is just gonna blow over, in my opinion. Did you guys think it was that big of a deal? Personally, do you think the Atlanta FaZe boys are looking at that and they're like, holy shit, they're focusing on the tournament?
I mean, whether it was a big deal or not, I just think it's something you don't say, right? Bottom line,
I agree.
If you're like dating or
she
not,
messed up. She messed up.
Yeah, you're being involved with somebody who's involved in the team. You don't talk about like team business regardless on. And I think whoever asked the question in the clip kind of made it seem like Tupac wasn't doing his job or something. Like, I think
she might have got a little emotional.
Yeah,
right?
I think the way they worded the question was like, did they lose S&D or they've been losing S&D? And I think she said it like in a defensive way. But either way, it's just something you don't talk about on stream or in a public light at all, right? It's just team business.
You just ban that guy on Twitch chat and move on.
Keep it moving. Hey, keep it moving.
But at the end of the day, hey, Tom, 12,000 concurrents on the flank tonight, bro.
Yeah, they're doing
it.
Yeah, man. Set. Yeah, man. A lot of people are in here right now. We appreciate everybody who's showing love. Honestly, we've been doing well, man. Every day, man. You guys are always showing love, and that this chat's always moving a million miles an hour. So we really do appreciate all the energy and all the love that you guys have been showing. I do want to go into this interview with Dashy. He has a beautiful family. His mother was there, his cousins, his uncles, apparently, his brother. I just thought this was a good interview. Somebody was cutting fucking onions in front of me, man. Dashy's family's got to stop doing this to me. But beautiful family, and it's just nice to see the support from the home crowd, right? Dashy's from Canada. The crowd was loving it. The family was loving it. So let's just tune into the interview, and then we'll go into predictions for tomorrow.
Dashy here. First of all, it's been a great day for you hitting the hot 3-0s. Optic, you seem like all business today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously yesterday we didn't have the best performance, so today we wanted to rebound and have a good bounce back.
Okay, it's interesting. You guys kind of hit a bit of a stride now. Is there any kind of different way to approach a tournament when you're in this position, though? Because obviously coming into it very highly ranked, straight into loser bracket. Is that kind of like a mental reset for the team? Do you have a long meeting at night and say, all right, this is what we're going to do differently?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to give credit to Florida. I mean, they played some really good COD yesterday, and they caught us on our off day, I guess you could say. But, I mean, it's just like, that's why it's a double elimination bracket. If you lose, you can bounce back, and we're doing that, so it's cool.
Okay, awesome. I like that. I like that. And let's talk about the fact we're at the major here, and let's face it, incredibly enthusiastic crowd right now. How does that lift the team's spirits when they need it most?
What was that? What was the first part?
How is it kind of playing in front of a crowd like this?
Oh, I mean, the green wall and like, they're insane. It's free dopamine. I appreciate all of them, really. Seriously, I love the green wall. Even the Canadian green wall, it's different too.
Yeah, that's a very loud bunch, but it's not the only difference this event, Dashin. I got to ask you about this because your parents are here, your family is here, you're playing against them. Does that give you a little bit of extra energy on the stage?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's always great to have support. I mean, my mom usually comes to a decent amount of tournaments, so I love her too. My dad's there too, and my brother, so shout out. Even my uncles, cousins. Oh, wow. Everyone's here. Everyone's here.
Well, I'll tell you something, that's a very proud parent. So proud, in fact, that I think we can actually get your mother on the stage and celebrate with you as we go back to the desk. Well, it's an incredible family reunion here on the main stage. Optic have done the business again. Billy, back to you.
Man, bro.
Allie, did you just see that? Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful moment between Bruce and the family, man. Always love seeing stuff like that. I actually liked how they did that, how they brought the family up on stage, and there's nothing better than family, right? Got to keep family close. That's your blood right there, right? So really good stuff. Whoever one guy keeps spamming cringe in the chat, suck my dick, go fuck yourself. I'll put my balls in your forehead. Let's keep it going. We got one more thing to go by, and that's predictions. Tomorrow's matches. So let's check it out. I'm sure we got a lot of good matches, man. Here we go. We got to look at the bracket a little bit. We got Optic waiting over there. Got Rokkr Ultra here. But let's take a look at the matches tomorrow, which is
we got 3 or 4 tomorrow.
We have 4, I believe. Let me see here. I think it's 4. No, we have 5. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
We got 5 matches once again, ladies and gentlemen. 5 matches. And then how many's on Sunday then? 3? 4? How many are we gonna have on Sunday? Do you guys know? Anybody in the chat know? So Sunday's 4. Sunday's 4 matches. 4 matches.
Wait,
everybody.
4?
That's what everybody's spamming, Pat. We got a lot of matches to go
Wouldn't
through.
it just be winter finals, loser finals, grand finals?
I'm not sure. Everybody's spamming 4. And if thousands of people are spamming 4, I think it's 4.
Yeah, they said loser semis is on.
Okay, so we got some more COD. I mean, we got a lot more COD to watch. We got Minnesota Rokkr going up against Ultra, Seattle Surge versus Florida, Faze versus LA Thieves, and then we don't know the next 2 matches. We're just gonna have to wait and see who's gonna end up playing Optic and who's the other team that's coming out of losers. But we're gonna have to see what's going on there. Let's go through predictions. We got Rokkr going up against Ultra. I'm gonna go Minnesota on this one. I think Minnesota's been looking pretty good. I think that series, the initial series that they lost against the LA Thieves, I think that woke them up a little bit. So I'm personally going to go Rokkr. Seattle Surge and Florida Mutineers. I'm actually going Seattle on this one. I think they look good, man. I think they look good. I think they're feeling good. I think they're going to turn up. But then on the other side, you have a Florida team who just beat Optic. But for some reason, that just seems like a team that they match up very well against. When it comes to the other teams, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. I know the Mutineers are in the chat. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be a good series. I think it could go either way. I'll go Seattle, though, for that one. And then Atlanta Faze, LA Thieves. I'm going to go with Faze. Chris, Pat, what do you guys think?
I still don't trust the Mutineers, so, well, for that series, I'm going to go Seattle, but I'm going to go all left side again. I'm going to go Minnesota, Surge, and Faze, but I do think the first one could go either way. I personally want Minnesota to win. Big fans of the boys on that team, so, yeah.
Pat?
All right. Well, I'm going to take the non-biased approach here and go with my purely logical speculation. I'm going Toronto Ultra, for sure. They're making the losers run. Rokkr is no comp for them. And then I'm investing in my game. I'm going Florida Mutineers. I think they're going to upset the Surge.
I like that.
They're going to make a solid run. I don't see them winning past this series, but I do think they will upset the Surge. And remember, chat, I'm invested in my game. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Basis. Yeah, basis.
And then I got, of course, the Atlanta Faze. smoking the LA Thieves, and this is gonna put Atlanta Faze back, or not back to back, but that's at least top 3 in 3 majors in a row. And if you don't think that's #1 in the game, I just don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So it looks like Optic's actually going to be playing the loser of Atlanta Faze and LA Thieves. So Optic's going to be either playing the Thieves or Faze, which is going to be.
They're going to be playing the Thieves.
And I guess and it says winner of Minnesota Toronto versus loser of Florida.
No,
/
everyone's
Seattle.
saying you're wrong. Everyone's saying you're wrong. Everyone's saying they played Surge or Florida.
I'm looking right now on the Call League Twitter, and it says right here in plain sight, Optic Texas versus the loser of LAT.
Now everyone's saying you're right. Now everyone's saying you're right.
Phase. I'm absolutely right, unless the colleague is putting out false information.
It was probably just those like 3 people that said you were wrong.
Yeah, right. They like the troll. They like the troll, man. The chat do be getting me. You know, yesterday they were spamming. My mic was muted for 2 minutes, and I lost full because it was never muted. But you know, they be trolling. It's what they do. I'm looking right here at the colleague Twitter. Listen, I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited to see who Optic plays. I think that's going to be a really good series. We got some bangers tomorrow, man. Some top teams going at it, man. But that's going to do it, man. That's going to do it for today's show. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for the love. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go to anchor.fm/theflank to check out all the audio sites that we're on. And go to @theflank on Twitter. Gersh doing a phenomenal job running socials. So make sure to go follow my man Gersh on the flank, man, and go see what's going on over there, because he's very active on there, man. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, brush your hair, and as always, we'll see you guys next time on another episode of The Flank, man. Have a good night, guys.
Later.
Is this intro chalked? This is outro chalked? Is it fucking chalked? Chris, Pat, is this shit chalked? Be honest. Is it chalked?
I hear us talking.
Yeah, I know. It's chalked. It's whatever. It's chalked, motherfucker.